Hey guys, good to see you on this 4th of July morning. Happy Independence Day for those of you in the US. And just good morning to every one of you that are not in the US. How are you guys today? Today I am excited because Esther Anders is here. She doesn't get to come on very often.
Yay,
Say hi,
Esther.
Esther.
Hi.
And we also have Mr. Super.
Woohoo!
Yes.
So, yeah, I still am having technical difficulties. So, we're going to start you guys off with a little relaxing song to get the morning started. So, sit back, relax to Mr. Super Sidewinder and Gabriella while I figure out the flicker. Here we go.
Mute.
Going to mute. That was perfect timing. Just in time for me to get done doing what I was doing. And beautiful, by the way. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Mr. Super.
Absolutely.
So let's see who's here today. Let's see. I'm going to scroll on my phone because I could see more. I see Jency first today. Hey, Jency. Mr. Super's in the chat. Twilight Nights is here. We also have Unindoctrinated. Good to
Nice.
see you. Let's see. I know it's early, but it's late for me because I haven't slept yet, so I'm doing okay right now. We'll see how it goes. I think that's all I see in the chat. Except,
Lugnut Lori.
Lugnut Lori. I see Lugnut Lori. Yep. I just got down to her. I'm scrolling. And sadly, Karen is in the chat. Good
Yeah.
morning. Good morning, guys. So, here's what we're going to do. It is the 4th of July in the United States. Now, I'm going to show a couple different things, too. I have 2 new things to show you, which are technically Christmas and Halloween, but we're just going to ignore that. But I'm also going to get around to the 4th of July Mandela effects, try to put them all in the same place. How's that sound today? Esther, how have you
Yes.
been? Is there anything you want to share with us? Anything you've been up to?
Just working, doing some baking, just chilling out. So trying to make new friends. So I've been kind of altering like who I'm hanging out with and everything. So kind of nice. So exploring different avenues of my life. So I'm just kind of freeing up, trying to free up more of my time so that way I can get to know like people around here and trying to figure out like where I want to go and what I want to do. So it's been nice. So I've been
That's
able
good.
to meet some really cool people. And I met this one lady. She actually changed her last name to Adams with 2 D's because she's got the whole like goth thing going on. And I'm like, she's really nice to talk to. Like sometimes, you just never know, the people that you least expect to be the people that are the most understanding and like listen are like the ones that are like, they look like the outcasts or whatever. And it's like, those are usually the people that are easiest to talk to. So I think it's kind of interesting.
It is.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've kind of taken a step away for a little while, just kind of de-stress because it does get overwhelming and a lot of it just, especially when things change, it gets so frustrating and just annoying when you're like, man, that used to be my favorite song. And then something changed in it. It's so annoying. Or you watch a movie and something changes in it. And you're just like,
That recently happened to me with the debate because it makes no sense the way it is now. It was all Medicare and now it's Medicaid and then
yeah.
Medicare. And the news is chopping it off so that it makes sense as Medicaid. So weird. It's so weird. Mr. Super, how are you on this fine morning?
Excellent. I don't really consider it to be a legitimate holiday, but I'm enjoying myself so far.
Okay.
Celebrating independence in a cage doesn't make any sense to me, but there's that.
I understand that. It feels like a cage now. You are absolutely correct. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, I have to get links for you, and to keep them entertained, would you like to play You and Morgan? Because I love that song.
I have another one already queued up.
Oh, well, then that's fine.
I made it easy.
Okay, well, we're only going to need one song, because I just have to copy some links and put it in the private chat.
Perfect.
So,
I have one already shared if you can see it.
yes, I can. So we're going to listen to one more song, guys, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now you're unmuted. So if you can, present the first one at the top. It's brand new. And Esther, would you mind reading?
Yeah, I can read.
That'd be great. So you're going to go from top to bottom, Because I'm still getting a couple more. That's why I'm asking if you can read.
I mean, it's only at a first grade. No, it's kidding.
Which one? Sorry, the first one, America?
At the top.
Yeah.
No, it's not the first one. Scroll up. There's another one.
Oh, hold on then.
Yeah. It's a brand new one. We're going to start off with a new one. Starting off with Christmas. And just let me know when you're ready to present.
Die Hard.
Yep, that would be it.
Sorry if that's a spoiler. I want to make sure I'm on the right one.
No, it's not a spoiler.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
See about sharing that for you.
I haven't watched
I
that
was
movie in a
hoping
little
Hebrew
while.
would be here. Huh?
I haven't watched that movie in a little while. I've seen it a couple of times, but it's been a little while.
Should be up.
And you should be able to, you might be affected by this one then. So guys, this one is actually brand new.
Oh.
Take it away.
All right. Credit Hebrew77, aka Hebrew's voice parody channel. Hebrew recently noticed something strange in the first installment of the movie Die Hard, starring Bruce Willis.
You can go on, Mr. Super.
Sorry. Oh, try to swallow here. Yes or no? Through most of the film, he is seen wearing a sleeveless undershirt, regardless of how dirty and bloody stained it got. Could you tell it was still white by the end?
So yes or no in the chat. By the end, could you tell if it was still white?
For me, it's yes.
Yeah, I remember it being white. I don't remember it being any other color. Just like really dirty and stuff, but like
You could still tell it was white, right?
Clearly to me, yes.
Can anyone see the chat? Because I'm not there yet.
I see just Twin Towers is the only thing I can see so far.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. It did show that, didn't it? Was that the actual Twin Towers, or was that like something?
No, it was in Los Angeles, so it wasn't the Twin Towers, unless that was a second version or something.
Joe Bloor says, dirty but white.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. I guess it did look like it because there was two skyscrapers next to each other. Wife beater. Yeah, it was like one of those wife beater type shirts.
Right.
I hope we're allowed to say that because we're not endorsing that. Just in case.
Right. We're not doctors or wife beaters.
Yeah. I will put the answers on the screen when I get back because we will be losing the chat today. So give me 1 second and I will be I'll be there in 1 second.
Should I go to the next screen?
No, wait right there for 1 second because I want to put the answers on the screen because we're going to lose the chat.
True enough.
So, scrolling back up, let's see. Let's see. Who was the first one to answer?
Joe.
Okay. Dirty but white for Joe Bloor. Yes, the wife beater angels don't fall. But do you remember if it looked white? Or you didn't get into it. Okay. Hey, Jeff, you can join us if you'd like. Jeff says, hi, Esther. Hi, Super.
The real
Jeff. I thought that was for Sandy. Well, I mean, I guess it could go for both. Sandy and Super. Yeah. I find it.
Yeah. I did put the link in the After Dark group, so anyone in there can join.
Hi, Dean.
Okay, so we can go on. Wait, Jeff. Let Jeff answer. Jeff.
He said hi. That's all I saw.
In Die Hard, by the end of the movie, could you tell his undershirt was still white? Yes or no? Hey, Dean. Dean HD is in the chat.
Yeah, I remember it being. Even though I don't remember, I've only watched it a couple of times. I've seen a lot of like those snippets and stuff like that. Like people will share, like they'll do like those cute, like not cute, but like words or you know, like little snippets, like you'll see like like when you see compilations, that's the word I'm trying to think of different things. And I always remember at the end, he always had a white shirt on.
Yeah, it
Like you
was
said, and it
covered
was
in
really
dirt. It was covered in dirt and a bunch of other stuff, but you could tell it was still white in certain places.
Hmm.
But Jeff and Dean both say no.
Hmm.
Well, let's see
Yeah,
if
I
they
don't remember
remember
him
what they're
changing
about to
shirt.
see. Please go
I
on,
do
Mr.
not
Super.
remember. So, for Hebrew and myself, it still looked white through the whole movie. Sure, there was blood, dirt, and sweat staining the white undershirt, but you could still tell that it started out as white.
I wasn't talking about bloody. Bloody is included. I'm talking about, I mean, unless you, Dean, you mean that it's completely red. Do you remember it completely red? I'm not talking about clean. I'm just talking about, can you tell it was a white undershirt?
Yeah, like
Like
he
it's
wore the same
definitely,
shirt. Like
yeah.
in the middle of it, going, "Hey, I'm going to change my clothes," in the middle of fighting all of these people. I don't want to say the word because I don't know if that's like a,
Right.
you know,
No,
yeah,
that's not even it. That's not even it. You're gonna see it's unbelievable. All right, we can go on.
yeah. But now it appears gray, brown, and even striped in later parts of the movie. Do you remember this? What the?
Can you zoom in on the pictures, please, Mr. Super? Especially the stripes, because I can't with the stripes. I can't. It looks like he's wearing a brown or green or gray shirt. It was not that dark. There's no white at all. This is insane. No stripes. There's stripes on the shirt. I can't. I
Did
can't.
he bump into grandma on the way in?
Oh my gosh. I can't. Looks like he was run over with a car. It looks like tire tread.
Where do you see stripes?
Right
Look, right
there
there.
at the
Stop. Right
middle.
there. In the middle. See how it goes light, dark. Right there. Where you're looking at. See the darker stripes in the middle? Looks like
Yeah,
tire
maybe he did.
tracks.
Yeah. All right.
That's not.
Um,
Yeah, Jeff.
Dean
Yeah,
says yes, white bit showing, and Jeff says WTF. So
yeah.
apparently this does not match what they thought they were talking about.
Well, especially that upper left just jumps out at me like that's a black shirt. That's not a white shirt anymore.
Yeah, what is.
And it's going to get weirder. It's going to get weirder. So Joe Bloor says, whoa, that's wild. So go on to the next slide and you'll see how it gets weirder.
Buckle up, buttercups.
I honestly, I don't. There are even collectibles where it looks like he's wearing a clean gray undershirt. This makes no sense since it was still white in the movie.
So they have collectibles where they're white, where it's like, I remember it, white, bloody, messy. It's got one where it's like,
Yeah.
light brownish from the dirt, but you can tell it's white. And then there are actual figurines where it's a gray shirt. I don't understand
Yeah, I know
that.
he got dirty, but he didn't get that dirty.
Pretty wild. Ready to
That's
roll?
awful. Angels don't fall. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
Four man beaters. I survived DV. It was a nearly identical case as Jodi Arias.
Huh.
I don't know who that is, unfortunately, but
Oh, she's just Google it. I can't talk about it on air. Google it.
yeah. Yeah, I was like, yeah, if I don't read out your comment, it's just because I'm trying to be careful with, I don't want Sandy's channel to get a hit or something like that in case I'm not sure. I'm still sleepy, so I want to make sure that I don't say anything to go against her channel.
Thank you. Hey, Teresa. Teresa only remembers white. You can go on.
Yeah, I only remember white. I remember the grayish color because like the very top on the left, and that's kind of more, yeah, it got really dirty and gross. Do you share a memory, or do you always remember every stitch of the white undershirt turning dark? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you again, and to Hebrew for sharing his find.
Yes, thank you, Hebrew. See, we were supposed to show it the last show, but I could not at all get these images up. So Flickr refused. It kept saying they were all corrupted, but they weren't corrupted. It was a Flickr out of bug. Apparently, they fixed it.
Yeah, the one on the right top, that it is still just too dirty. It's a little too dirty. I don't remember it being that. It didn't look
that.
It was
that
just
I believe, Esther. That one I believe is from the second movie.
okay. Yeah, because
that would be why.
Yeah. I'm like, I just remember it being white and like really gross and dirty, but it didn't turn gray. It just turned like a weird tannish brown.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously from climbing through all of the ducks and everything else that he had to do.
Teresa, I'm covering a couple of yours today, so you might want to stick around if you can. Now we're on to America the Beautiful.
Thank you, Esther, for coming on and reading.
Yes. Mr. Super I know he preferred. Oh, good. Hebrews here. He saw it. Good. Yes. Yay. And like I said, Hero, Teresa, you're both welcome to join if you'd like.
Hey, Hebrew.
The link is in the chat. You know where to find it. What was I going to say? So, Hebrew, it was 100%. Everyone agreed with you. What was I going to say? Yeah. Oh, America the Beautiful. We're definitely getting strikes today. So, I'm putting all the answers on the chat. On screen. All right. So,
maybe.
But what I was saying was, Mr. Super, I know it's difficult to present and read. So if Mr. Super doesn't feel like reading, you and I could just go back and forth. Mr. Super. That sounds like he does not want to. So there we go. So here we go. And happy 4th of July from Angels Don't Fall. Okay, so oh beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple M.
Mountain Majesty.
Mountain Majesty for you. Okay?
Yeah,
Happy
I remember.
birthday, USA.
Well, if you want me to tell my answer, it would be mountain, but majesties with a IES or S or whatever. It's got an S on the end.
And Hebrew is Mountain's Majesty.
Yeah, I'd like to alter mine that way too. I was going over that in my mind. It just rolls off the tongue better, but it's blurry, so it's probably a Mandela fork.
Okay, so you've changed to Mountain's Majesty,
yeah,
and Esther is Mountain Majesties.
I know.
We're kind of flipped.
To be clear, right?
Wait, we have a wrench in the chat. I have to add. Give me a moment. Welcome to Jason Valencia. Welcome to the Wrench Club, who says Mountain's Majesty.
Mounted Majesty?
Mountain's Majesty.
Oh, no, Anne said Mounted Majesty.
Oh, hey, Anne. Mounted Majesty. Okay.
That would be interesting.
Understandable. Yeah, Angels Don't Fall.
I very clearly remember Mountain Majesties. I mean, mountains do make sense because mountains, there's multiple. But for me, I just always sang it mountain. I mean, I'm wondering, isn't this like an older one? I'm wondering.
It is older.
Here. I'm kind of curious to see if I've said something different last year because, like,
I'm curious too.
Just like you just wonder, like, if I've shifted, like, has parts of me also shifted, and
or have you taken an update because you have the current reality?
Yeah, it's like you just wonder, like, I want to go back and listen to like things that I've said because it's like I when I say it over and over, it doesn't sound right if I say Mountain's Majesty. It sounds weird. It sounds foreign to me. So it's like I don't remember what I said last year. I might have said Mountain's Majesty. Or I don't know. I'd like to go back and listen to what I said.
Hebrew says mountains because there are mountains, not just one mountain.
Yeah. It rolls off the tongue much better if I think of it in terms of singing it rather than just lyrically, right?
I am going to ask everyone when we get to the clips to have your hand on that volume button, lower it a little bit because Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey are loud. Okay, it's just a warning.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Teresa says Mountain's Majesty for her. All right, we can go on. When asking friends and family what they remember, I was surprised to find that most have the current memory. But thankfully, Fizzy Pop remembers it like I do, and I feel just as strongly as she does about this one. Her words were, I will die on this hill. Accurate, though. I will die on this hill. It's wrong for me 100%.
Hey, Joe remembers it like I do.
Yeah, I'm putting it on the screen. Haven't sung this in middle school 30 years in Glee Club, but Mountain Majesties. For Purple Mountain Majesties, above the fruited plain. It was for Purple Mountain's majesty, the majesty of the Purple Mountains. So if you were to, proper English it in the other way, it's the majesty of the Purple Mountains.
Correct.
So Mountain Majesties makes 0 sense and is not English.
Grammatically incorrect.
It's not English, guys. Majesties is not, unless you're saying their majesties talking about a king and a queen, but it would be his and her majesty.
Or
I've
two
never
kings.
heard their majesties.
It would, or you could say that to two kings, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. His and her majesty, his and his majesty,
Yeah.
her and her majesty.
Yeah,
But anyway, regardless, the sentence for Purple Mountain's majesty is the majesty of the Purple Mountains.
I thought last year it had changed to Purple Mountain Majesty. I thought that was.
Oh, wait, we're going to get to that.
I honestly, I wanted to say mountains, but then my brain keeps, like, for a split second, it kind of sounded right, but then I'm like, no, I'm sorry. All I can say is mountain.
That's your feeling what I call the Mandela fork.
So, I mean, it's quite possible that my brain has, like, I guess you could say take an update, because it's like, I just can't.
Okay, so Anne remembers Mountain's majesty, and Joe Bloor says, I think majesty is in God's green earth. That is what it is. I was just giving an example. Like, even with king and queen, I wouldn't say their majesties. I would say his and her majesty. It was just an example. But it is majesty as in God's green earth. That is what it means in the song. Okay. For Purple Mountain majesties, the majesties of the Purple Mountain. That's not proper English. It's just not.
Yep, correct.
So we can go on. All right.
Oh, Purple Mountain. Yeah.
Oh, is the
You
volume?
can just keep. That one's actually not too loud. It's okay.
Majesty.
Okay. What you said first, Mr. Super.
I know, but it doesn't sound right though.
Yep, I found residue as well of people singing Mountain Majesty, which makes me believe this has changed twice. Hey,
Yeah.
LVK, good morning. And LVK says mountains for me, definitely, no doubt about it.
Yeah, this one here that we just heard was singular in both. Mountain Majesty.
Right. It is currently Mountain Majesties. And we remember Mountain's Majesty,
Yep.
with the exception of, was it Joe Bloor in the chat?
Ooh, I don't remember. We had one flip-flapper. I don't know who it was. Going back.
Let's see. Yes, it was Joe Bloor, Mountain Majesty. So with the exception of Joe Bloor and Esther, everyone remembers Mountain Majesties. Mountains. I'm sorry, I was reading mountain on the screen. Mountain's Majesty.
Oh, yeah, they
Wow.
were the full mountain.
Oh, I'm getting all confused. Okay, we can go on.
We got LVK in the house. Hebro's here now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Gainer. Cool beans.
First, mountains became singular, and then majesty became plural. The change that bothers me the most is majesties. I have never heard majesty used in the plural form before. Majesties was not a word in my reality until now. Welcome, Code Puncher.
Saying at the same time.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just happened to look down and saw somebody new.
I wouldn't even be surprised to see it now with a Y apostrophe S, Majesties instead of IES. It wouldn't surprise me a bit to see it that way.
Not at all.
Beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain.
Yikes.
And that is the current reality. No, not for
No.
me.
Just no.
Never.
Not falling for it.
I
I'm keeping my turmeric too.
have a feeling that last year I think I said it was plural for mountain.
Oh, wait, pause it. Pause it. Okay, I have to read this first. This clip shows the current reality lyrics on screen. But listen closely, because they sing for Purple Mountain's Majesty. So they sing what I remember, but on the screen is Mountain Majesties. That's to play again.
I'll just let it loose, yeah.
Yeah, something happened.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They sing it like I remember it, and that is like the, the Navy or the Army, one of them. I forget who it is. I should have written it, but I did not.
Next.
Yep. Oh my God. Pause. Okay. Oh, never mind. I'm not. Oh my God. I forgot. I was reading the words. I forgot that they sing it the way we remember it. Okay. So yeah, that was just to prove, because I know sometimes it's hard to hear that S. They sang Mountain's Majesty. That's all. You can go on. I'm sorry. I know people hate slowed down.
You want to play it?
They hate it slowed down, but all right.
It's up to you. I can go to the next slide.
Let's go to the next slide. It's okay.
Good idea.
Yeah. Oh, I was able to hear that S, no problem.
Okay. So here is current reality for Purple Mountain Majesties. Over and over and over again. That's weird. Guys, do you remember O just being an O, not OH?
Yeah, I always thought it was OH.
I thought it was OH too. That O looks wrong.
But yeah, because you don't put O. It's not I.
Yeah.
It's like Oh Holy Night.
That's new. I don't remember that. In the chat, do you remember O or OH? Please write what you remember. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies. O or OH? Because my goodness, I don't remember the O's. I would have marked that up.
Yeah, that looks weird. I don't know why. Like, that's not proper grammar either. Oh, you don't like other like E, you don't just put an E or what. I is the only word that I've ever seen just being I.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like that's when it changed for Oh Holy Night and stuff like that, where it's like, why is it O without the H? It looks weird. It doesn't look right.
Robert Humphreys, how on earth do you not have a wrench? I am going to fix that now, Robert.
I think the O from Oh Holy Night is spilling out now. It's starting. Oh no, it's spreading.
So Robert Humphrey says both. OH for code puncher, surely.
No.
Jason says weird. Anyone else? O or OH? O or OH?
When I was a kid, if I just saw an O like that, I probably would think it was like a bullet marker. We would know it was an actual O. When I was a kid, that we wouldn't see, because that's when I learned how to read it. Like, because I learned this in like primary school. Like, we wouldn't have seen it with an O.
Exactly. Jason said it's O.
Yeah.
Do you mean Holy Night?
Oh yeah.
Now, Oh Holy Night, I remember an O. I do. But I don't remember it for this. But, Robert, you are correct. It is Oh Holy Night. But I can see it both ways. Hey, John Nada. John Nada says, oh God, but I still see oh God with an OH. But that could also be because of the movie Oh God. Oh God Book 2. And Oh God, You Devil, which is OH. That might be why. But maybe in the Bible, it's oh God with an O. So the old way is it just an O. But I can see Oh Holy Night both ways. I have seen it both ways.
Yeah.
Dan Gaynor says, oh my goodness, it's O. Angels Don't Fall says, oh man. Oh yeah. And Hero says, I've been saying oh in some of my text here lately. Like out of the blue. Don't know what made me say it that way, but it just happened. That's interesting. I'm missing a lot of the O's. Oh, hey, Morgan. Morgan's here. But like, oh yeah, not oh yeah. And John Otto was joking. Okay. Makes it real better. And LBK is screaming, oh, with an H. Mr. Super?
Yeah.
We can continue, please. All right. Pause. Guys, lower your volume. Lower your volume.
Beautiful for spacious sky,
Sky.
waves of gray, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain.
Let it play again. Listen, she sings Sky.
Beautiful for spacious the sky
That's wrong.
forever
You
waves.
can stop it.
Oh,
She sang Sky.
It almost sounded like skies, but it was hard to make out because the way she's singing it.
She went Sky.
Yeah,
Sky. That's what she did. Sky.
I don't
Play it one more
understand
time.
why people
Can you
can't just sing.
Can you rewind it, please? Are you able to do that, Mr. Super? So we don't have to listen to that whole thing again. You hit play, and then I think you can rewind.
From the top.
Yep, right here is fine. We're listening for a spacious sky.
beautiful for spacious sky forever.
I saw at no, you can stop. At no point did I see her make an S with her mouth.
Yeah, she
sang
did say sky. When I was kind of like half listening, and I could actually hear just sky. I think I was listening so intently before because of how many notes she puts. Why can't people just sing it? I get frustrated. It's the reason I don't like Christina Aguilera and people like that, where I just it's a note. You don't need to add 5 more notes. That's my personal opinion.
Woo Riders DG says, Happy 4th. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. God bless. Very good message for today. Thank you. And she does look a lot different, but I do believe that's filler and cosmetic stuff she has done to herself. And also weight gain. Honestly, weight gain can do a lot. Honestly. But I know she's had plastic surgery and filler and stuff like that, so that's probably why she looks so different. I mean, look at Madonna. Oh my gosh. Madonna. Michael Jackson. Don't even get me started. Happy Independence Day, everyone, from Hebrew. You could be joining us, Hebrew. You have the link.
Yeah.
Come hop in. Hi, Preliminal. LVK. For Amber.
Yeah. My personal opinion is like it's really doesn't need to be up and down like that. I used to
bravado. It's called bravado.
It's like, come on, people. I get that, they have their brand and how they sing it, but like I said, that's just my opinion and my personal choice to not listen to singers like that.
But she doesn't sing like that. When you think about like her old songs, like Someday, like she doesn't sing like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do like Mariah Carey's songs. Like she does have a good voice and she does have a lot of good songs. But yeah, like I just don't understand why they have to. I mean, it's not even written that way. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm just, especially a song like that where we need to be respectful of, if we're like the Star Spangled Banner, we need to be respectful of our anthem. Not destroy it. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you, 100%. We can move on, Mr. Super.
All right, my ex has decided right now to get into a debate. I'm a little distracted.
Well, it's okay, because right now we're on the residue, and the residue is Purple Mountain's Majesty, like I remember. All over the place. We can go on. Because there's a lot of residue, including a Crayola crayon, Purple Mountain's Majesty. And for those of you just joining us, we had a new one in the beginning, and I have a new one at the end, but we are covering 4th of July Mandelas today in honor of Independence Day in the United States. You can go on, Mr. Super. So here we have it in lyrics. And look, oh, beautiful, OH, top left.
Oh, yeah.
Can we see that?
Yep.
We see OH in the center.
Now
Because
I've
now
seen,
it's just O, like O Holy Night.
yeah. Now I've seen it for so long with both ways. I'm like, now my brain is just like, whatever. It's like I've seen it so much now. When I was a kid, I don't remember it being like that.
And on the right, we have just the O. Oh, beautiful. Does anything say sky, like she sang? I just want to make sure it all says skies.
I see skies.
All skies.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good there. Whew. Okay.
I've never heard of her. Are you joking, Preliminal? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But wait. Are
No,
you
he
talking?
said, I've never heard her. So maybe he's heard
Oh,
of her, but never heard her music.
oh, wait, I misread that. I was like, what? Like, huh? Oh, like, how can nobody ever heard of Mariah Carey? It's like, she's kind of one of the, at least for our generation. Maybe not for the younger kids' generation. They probably are like, who's Mariah Carey? Like, my kids are probably like, who's that?
Mr. Super,
Yeah.
are you able to zoom into the AR in STAR in the center? I believe that's merged. It
Where
is.
at?
Yes, the A and the R.
Yep.
They're
It's
overlapping.
merged.
That looks
Sons of
weird.
the American Revolution. AR, and that R has got that weird curly Q at the end. That's weird.
Why is it
Merged.
lower? Wouldn't you think it would be like level?
You would think.
It's like the R is like overlapping and trying to come towards you.
You're right. We've actually seen that a lot, where the merging makes it look like it's overlapped. That is
Yeah.
actually a pattern we've been seeing. I see what you mean. It's lower than the A. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think you'd want it to be. I don't know. It just looks weird.
It does. It absolutely does. We can go on now, Mr. Super, please. Oh, you have to zoom out to move on. Yeah. We can go on
Oh.
because now he's going to speak it.
For purple mountains, majesty.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
For purple mountains, majesty.
And that is it, guys. Not for the show, for the presentation.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very noticeable. You
Yes.
cannot deny that one.
That is the best residue of Purple Mountain's majesty that I could find. So, Mr. Super, we are now
Yeah.
moving on to presidential name change. And I cannot believe most people did not know this person. Like, I don't know. I've heard about, it just blows my mind. I don't know. Maybe I pay more attention to history of the class than other people do. I don't know. Maybe it's because my school, in high school, we had world history, U.S. history, then U.S. Presidents 1 and U.S. Presidents 2. Those were our history classes in high school. Maybe that's why I've heard of this person. But if you don't know it, that's okay. But this is 100% a Mandela, so we're covering it. Here we go. Esther, you are up, please.
Okay. The 1940 Republican nominee for president who ran and lost against FDR, Wendell W. Who would it be?
And I'm going to tell you, Wendell's last name is Wilkie. How do you think Wilkie is spelled? Like, I remember learning about FDR and Wilkie. I honestly did not know his first name was Wendell. I just remembered Wilkie. But how do you think Wilkie is spelled?
Imagine Wilke.
That's what I would
Very
say.
good. Do you know this one, Woo Riders, DG? Also, American Government class. I would have liked to have taken that, but that was not an offering. Okay, so
Loki.
LVK says Wilke, not 100% on this one. Loki.
I think that's just how I spelt it, didn't it? That's how
Yeah.
I would have spelled it. I mean, that's what the way I would spell it. I'm not 100% because I'm not sure who the person is, but that's just when I imagine how to spell it. That's how I would spell.
I could go with that, but LV's answer is still good for me. It's still good for me.
Loki. I hope
Anyone
it's not
else? I'm giving you the answer. You just have to spell Wilkie how you think it would be spelled if you don't know who he is. And I'm not asking you to write how you think it would be spelled Mandela. I'm asking you how you think it would be spelled in your reality. Okay, so Wu says, was that an accident? 2 eyes? 2 eyes? Wilkie? Was it an accident? Because mine will type extra letters sometimes, so I have to ask, is that an accident? Or do you remember Wii, like we? Like wheel key? Like Nintendo Wii? Mr. Super, do you have any idea?
Oh, I spelled it the same as
LV?
Esther. No, Wilke.
Okay. All right, well, there's people not even guessing, so we can go on.
It's going to be a moment.
Okay. Oh, okay, you screwed up the spelling. Okay. So you remember it with 1 I, correct? Wilkie. Because if you do, that's how I remember it spelled. I do not remember Will. It's so dumb I can't. Guys, if you don't know this person, you have to trust me. There were no 2 L's here. They never 2 L's. Never. It was Wilkie in my past. It has 2 L's now and it's wrong. I'm just letting you know. It's absolutely wrong. 100%.
Sorry, did you want me to read that? Just said.
Yes.
In my past, his name was Wendell Wilkie, but his name has changed for me. It's Wilkie now.
Yeah, Wilkie.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yes, and Teresa Lynch covered that in 2019. We agree 1,000%. It did not have 3 eyes. It was 2, 100%.
Yeah, that's like Lloyd.
Wilkie or Woney.
Lloyd. No, it's Lloyd, but it's spelled Lloyd.
Hey, Rich Vasanic. Rich says no double L for me.
What is up with the extra L's? They're taking away the O's and giving us extra L's now.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the O's. They're taking away the H's, I meant to say.
Yeah. We can continue when you're ready, Mr. Super. So here is me showing you the current reality. That is stupid. Because it's not right. Absolutely not correct. Two L's in his first name and the last? No, absolutely not. He did not have 4 L's in his name. Ann Gaynor says Wilkie wrong. We can go on. Please. And here's how it should look. 100%.
There you go. Yeah, well,
Wait,
that looks right.
we need to read the middle. Objects thrown at Wilkie during the campaign.
Oh my word, a wooden chair?
A wooden office chair aimed for a high window. A large garbage can. Similarly propelled. A big city telephone directory. Poor guy. Oh my goodness. All right, we can go on. Ann Gaynor said he stole Osteen's L. Jeff says that looks absolutely ridiculous. So here's it in the papers, the way I remember it spelled. And some other stuff. Yeah, I understand nobody liked him, but they had to throw deadly objects at him. A wooden office chair, a garbage can, and a city telephone directory. My goodness. And there was more. It's just cut off. All right, we can continue, please. Here's the People's Observer that's all broken and looking weird for the 1940s with Wilkie spelled correctly. Dark Horse, biography of Wendell Wilkie 1L. Oh my goodness, we have the reversed blue and red. The colors are reversed now, guys. Those of you that have not seen that presentation. The Democrats were red and the Republicans were blue until 2008, I think. 2008, yes. Which is not my history. And we see it here. And then also Wendell Wilkie card, but it's spelled with 2 L's on the card. We can continue.
That's interesting. A Wilkie card?
There's a lot of stuff back then that's interesting when it comes to presidents. Like cigarettes and ladies' mirrors, like those little compact mirrors. All sorts of different things that you don't see today. Oh, that was the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that he stole Osteen's L.
Yeah.
I guess it's got to go somewhere.
All right, so now we're really going into the 4th of July stuff. So, sparklers, please. And guys, before we start this, I am bringing up that we are doing a fundraiser to help raise money so that we can avoid eviction. I don't want to push it all through the show. I'm just going to say it now, and that's it. If you can donate, please do. And if you cannot, please share it anywhere you can. I would really appreciate it. Good news is my landlord did come for the money that he was upset with last night. So that's good because he was ignoring me for a few days. But he did come last night to finally pick up the money that he was, not happy with because he wanted more. He always wants more. And I understand he's owed that money, but I can't just pull money out of thin air. I'm giving him every cent I can. Yeah, so if you are able to donate and if you want the link to share, everything is linked in the description. And with that being said, I'm not saying it no more. We are now moving on to...
I wanted to really quickly just say, I want to do some research on something about, July 1st. They were supposed to make it mandatory where they can't raise your rent 3 times or something like that. I don't know if that's a nationwide thing or what it's, I guess, something that they're trying to enact where people can stop having their rent raised so high so they can actually afford to live. I think that that's something that they're trying to do here in America.
If
So I
they
haven't
do
done
that, he's only raised our rent twice.
Yeah.
So he could do it again still. But
Yeah.
that would be nice. But I maybe during this time of inflation where property values are artificially inflated because companies are buying up apartments
Mm-hmm.
and homes. But I don't think, I mean, they should be able to charge what they want to charge. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think that's fair to landlords. Like, if, someone's been here 10 years, they should be able to raise the rent, even if they've been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think they
But
should
with,
charge and not just whatever you want. I think it's more of like an affordable rate, what you need to continue allowing that to happen. But then obviously you need a little bit of extra for owning the property, but don't go out there and charge 3 times the amount just because you can. It's like,
that
oh,
I
but
understand.
I want more money. It's like, but that's where, like, in my neighborhood, I am forced to stay where I am. I'm basically forced to live in practically poverty line, because if I make a little bit too much, I get kicked. I lose everything, and I can't afford to go out and rent, because the rent is so, like, it's like more than 4 times what I pay right now.
Same. That's why we can't move because
It's like
everything, I mean,
I
I
have
would
to
have to
be
move
forced into
to,
being poor, because if I try to go out and better myself, I have to live in. I can't make it. It's one of those situations where I remember, like, even just a few years ago, you could get out, better yourself, go out, get an education, do those things, and you'd struggle. Yeah, you would struggle, but now it's like you would literally have to live in a street or a car in order to, during your times of struggle, in order to get to that point in your life where you want to be able to make that good money. It's like you would literally have to be homeless in order to be able to make it in my area. And it's like, that's not right. That
mm-mm.
should not be something that happens. That they should make it where there should be affordable housing, allowing you to get on your feet and be able to make more money and better yourself. Not this, oh, you're either super poor or super rich, and when you're in that in between stage, you just can't survive. And it's like,
that was their goal. That is what their goal was.
mhm.
It was their goal. That is the goal.
Yeah, it's like,
I
and I
mean,
don't have an
they're
option to move
literally
back in with
erasing the
my
middle
parents.
class.
Yeah, it's like I don't have an option to move back in with my parents, so that's
I
it.
don't either.
Yeah,
My
it's like,
dad's house is super tiny, and my mom's house is full.
yeah, it's like I wish I had that option to. I know a lot of people have that option, and like my boss at work, he lives with his parents. He's like, why do I want to move? He's like, I want to move out eventually, but he's like, right now I'm able to spend my money and on things that I want to, and I'm like, I get it. He's still in his 20s, that's fine. But it's like when you're, as old as I am, it's like I wouldn't mind living with my parents for a short, like if I were saying, oh, I want to go back to school, go get a good career and go actually make some actual money, and actually have a career and things like that. That would be cool. But I don't have any help to get me there. So it's like I
I
don't have
understand.
any support. So that's where it's like I just wish we had that here around. I wish like there was a organization or something. Something. It's like it just lower our rent so we can afford to live on our own. And I'd even thought about buying like a multi-person home and renting with other people. And it's like, yeah, even then I still don't think
Right.
it. So, sorry, little tangent off to the side. But
Okay.
oh,
Um. Okay. So, credit Teresa Lynch and myself. Is it my turn to read or yours? That's good.
I think it was yours. If we're
Okay.
going back and forth, because I just read the last one. I think.
Okay. There are some firework adjacent products you can find around the 4th of July, as well as New Year's weddings and birthday parties. Two of these products have been Mandelaed for us. I have to call. Sorry. You can go on, Mr. Super, please. The first question should be a simple one if you've ever thrown these on the ground. And if you've seen this before and you remember it, just answer what you originally answered. In your past, what were these little pouches of silver fulminate coated sand called?
Trying to remember what we called those.
You'll see, LV. You'll see. Oh, those were poppers, says LVK.
I think they were called like snap poppers or something like that.
Snap poppers?
I'm trying to remember. We had them all the time as kids, and we called them something. It's just my mind is going blank on what we actually called them. Snaps or poppers. It's one or the other, or maybe both. I'm not sure.
Joe Bloor says, yeah, poppers.
Yeah. I was in the South when we used these. Like my dad had a fireworks booth, and this was in Arkansas.
Esther, John Nada says, check out the populist movements of the late 1800s to early 1900s in the U.S. Did that lead to rent control in New York City, John?
Yeah. When I was a kid, my dad's like, yeah, they're trying to make the rich more richer and the poor poorer. And it's like, yeah, it feels like you either fall into I'm super poor or I'm super rich. There's really no middle class anymore. And it's frustrating because it's like, I want to move out and I want to transition. And I do want to have like a better paying job. And I would like to work full time, but it's like, everyone's like, why don't you pick up more hours? Like, well, if I pick up more hours, that means I have to do this. That is costing more money. It's like, I can't afford to live if I pick up more hours at work. Like I picked up an extra hour and a half at work and I lost like all kinds of benefits that I could have just had. But it's like an hour and a half. I'm now struggling to feed my kids because I picked up a little bit extra work just so I could pay for my car payment because I needed a car. And I didn't go out extravagantly brand new car. It's like, I just needed a car that was reliable. And it's like, really?
It's wrong. I know. You lost hundreds of dollars of medical or food because you made like 20 extra bucks.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. I made like an extra $120 or something like that a month, and they took almost $200 from me, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna take away this because you make too much." I was like, "What?" It's like, how does that equate? Which they also figure my bonuses is every month, and I'm like, I wish I got that bonus every month because then I wouldn't even be asking. I would just be buying my own food, no problem. I have no problem buying my own food. That
doesn't sound right to me. It's a bonus. I including it in your yearly, yes, but not monthly. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I talked to like 2 different people, and they were like, "No, we have to." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, it's for years you've always figured just divide it among 3 months."
Not yet. I'm still getting answers. I'm waiting for Esther to finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like it's a 3-month bonus. It's not an every month, but I wish. So if I made what they said I made, I would be like, fine, totally fine. I didn't even have to ask. So like the only reason I'm asking is because I literally broke. So
Tenraz DD74 hello says snap pops.
Yeah. Snaps
And
does sound
Gainer called them exploding sperm. Lugnut Lori called them poppers for sure. Jason is guessing poppers, and Dean is snaps. I wonder if it's regional. But we're gonna go on.
I've heard all of those names. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm not sure. I think because I lived in Arkansas when we were playing with them.
But you're all wrong. Just to let you know, you're all wrong. They're officially called snaps. Well, snap. No, you have the snap. But and snappers. I've never heard snappers ever. Not once. I've never heard them snappers. The brand is Poppets. I've never heard it was poppers, not poppets for me. Do you remember this? I've never called them by either name. It was always poppers in my past. But some that I asked remember Pop Its, which is a brand. While there are many brands with different names on them, they all still include the actual product name somewhere on the packaging. So, regardless of the brand, they all say Snappers, not Snaps, not Pops, Snappers. And I've never heard them. It's the only thing I've ever heard called Snapper is a turtle. I've never heard Snappers. I could see Snaps, I guess, but it's only been poppers for me. So it could be regional. I don't know, but I've never heard Snappers.
Oh, Snap girlfriend. That's funny. I do remember Snap, but I also traveled a lot. So yeah, I think it could be regional. I think Snap and Poppers were like the most popular.
Like here's fun Snaps. So those of you that remember Snaps, some of them do say Snaps, but Snappers, I've never heard Snappers.
The fun Snap. Sorry, the fun Snaps is. I remember that box. That's what I remember seeing.
And that could be regional. But
Yeah.
Snappers, I've never heard.
The Snappers, that's a fish. That's what we call fish, at least. The Snappers, that's not something I would call those.
Have you ever heard them called Snappers, Mr. Super?
No, absolutely not.
Pop.
I do want to know.
It was popcorn.
Can you zoom in on that big box on the right? Because I believe that might be residue of the old USA with the big gulp on the bottom.
Wolf pack.
Look how large the Gulf of Mexico is there, people. That is a large Gulf of Mexico.
You ain't playing.
And I do not see a middle finger on Louisiana either. Very nice. Okay, we can continue.
Loud. They weren't that loud. I guess maybe if you had some really powerful.
So, yes or no in the chat. Oh, Preliminal has never seen Snappers. And Joe Bloor said, oh, snap, girlfriend.
Yeah, laughing at that one.
Still fun snaps in the UK. Just Google local shops. So it might be regional, the snaps part, but not snappers. I've never, ever seen snappers. All right, but yes or no? Do you remember there being an adult or grown-up version of snaps? And I put it in quotes because I don't remember them as snaps. That, again, could be regional. Do you remember an adult or grown-up version? And I don't mean adult in that way, people. Mine's out of the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes
certainly
or
do
no?
not. No.
No for you.
Those would truly be dangerous.
Your sister agrees. Resoundingly.
Because they go off so easy. I mean, if you squeeze one too hard, it can blow your fingers off. It was stronger than the little ones. Not a
Sadly,
good plan.
Karen says poppers. So sadly, Karen's a little behind saying poppers. Once you pop, you can't stop, Pringle. Yep. And then sadly, Karen says no for the adult version. Dean is a no. Nope, there was only one kind. Well, LVK's mind is about to be blown. Yep. The answer is true. The grown-up versions contain the same material inside. What just happened? Did I lose my picture?
No, it's still good here.
That's
Sure.
weird.
The share
That
looks
just happened on its own. They come in a little tube that resembles TNT. Have you ever seen this type before? Adult snappers. Like it actually says adult on the packaging. Anyone, yes or no? Have you ever seen this before? Nope, there was only one kind for LBK. No, says Joe Bloor. Oh, that's weird, Karen. I'm glad you're back. Weird, never seen them, says Jason. Esther, have you ever seen these?
They kind of look familiar, but not like they just seem like something that came out last year.
Well, this
Like a
presentation is 3 years.
like a brand new item. I thought they came out last year or something like that. They
Maybe.
vaguely are familiar, but
This presentation's older. But yeah. Sadly, Karen is no. Kenrad says different strengths, but not marketed as adult. We can continue. Those look fun, says DD74.
I don't remember them looking like that though. But
No.
they look more like the snakes that we used to get.
Yeah, no, they didn't look like that.
They look like mini
Firecrackers.
sticks.
That's insane. No, they were like little pouches.
Yeah.
Ann Gaynor says no. Well, we're going to get to that in a second. You can go on. There's more. We're not done yet.
Still snapping. What the? No, I never saw them that looked like that at all, ever.
Both the balled up tissue and tube versions also came in a mega size. Yes or no? Do you remember a mega size of both?
No. I only remember the little ones on the left there.
And I don't remember the tubes at all. So
Yeah.
all the large ones I've never seen, and I've never seen tubes in 2 different sizes either. They're all new for me.
Yeah.
Ann Gaynor, no. Sadly, Karen is no, no, no.
So you're looking at tiny sticks of dynamite that explode on impact.
Yes.
Clever. What could go wrong?
Mhm.
Yeah, they call them caterpillar around here, not snakes. All right, so true or false? In your past, did snappers make a colorful flash of light? Now,
Nope.
I'm not talking about just a flash of light. Colors.
No on colors.
I don't remember
So-
colors.
LVK says 2 versions. I told you your mind was going to be blown. We're not done yet, though. Yes or no? Do you remember colors? Flashes of colorful light. Red, blue, green. Do you remember colors? Sadly, Karen is again, no, no, no. Something my son would try and make. In fact, I think he did. Oh, no.
I can see kids trying to make those.
Jason says colors. White and yellow, says Joe Bloor. Lugnut Lori is no colors. Do not remember colorful flashes, just white.
I remember that they had the snakes eventually come out with like the colorful.
Yeah,
I don't
those are
remember.
things you light, right? You light them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you light them up, and then they had like different color, like, and then like the stink bombs and stuff. They had different colors, and those they were because the smoke would come out a different color.
Yeah, no, this is just the stuff you throw in the ground. Nothing we're lighting. All right, we can continue. Guys, I've never seen them in colors before. I can't. This is so long.
So it's not just the flash that's colored, the paper colored.
Everything's colored. In our past, they just made a noise and a tiny puff of smoke. But the answer in this reality is yes, true. All colors. It's colorful in your hand and on the ground. I have video. You're going to see it.
And check this in the lower left here. This is hilarious to me. Kid's got his tongue out like they're delicious.
Yeah, I know. That's so weird.
Doesn't that look like something you would eat?
Yeah, that's so weird.
Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, eat a handful of these. You'll be all right.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I'm going to drop them. Turn off the light. All right, here we go. Okay,
Stop.
I'm going to drop them.
Stop
Turn off
it.
the light.
No.
All right, here we go.
Never.
Okay, I'm gonna drop them. Turn off the light.
Yikes. Can't
Yeah.
jokes, man. Just no.
Okay. Yeah, that's a no from me. Oh no, he burnt a hole in the asphalt. Oh my gosh, thank goodness nothing happened to him. I don't remember colors, says Jason. Pop the rainbow, says Joe Bloor.
Pop the rainbow. Sorry, I had to go and meet my daughter. Just woke up. So.
Okay. All versions of snaps can be found in a neon version. The color of the paper or tube is the colored glow you will see when they are thrown at night. Are these new in your reality too? They have been sold for decades. They are also labeled as color or colorful and also have carton branding from Angry Birds, Tom and Jerry, and Disney, to name a few. This is wrong. So here's all the adult ones. Torpedoes, Fun Snaps, Adult Snappers, Bacon Snaps, Adult Snaps. All the adult ones. With the statue of Liberty Man on the front. These are just wrong, says Sadly Karen. We can continue, Mr. Super. And here are the colorful ones with Angry Birds, Fiesta Adult Snaps, and colored glow pops that glow in the dark, neon bang snaps, Pop It's Glow, the original Pop, but it's got colors with Donald Duck and Goofy and Mickey colors. They're pink, blue, red, and purple. All different colors. Angry Birds, I can't. It's wrong. We can continue. Sparklers. This one's for you, Elvie. Get ready. Most people have held a sparkler at some time in their lives, but sparklers are not immune to the Mandela effect. Just like poppers weren't. We can go on to the question, please. True or false? In your past, did sparklers come in different shapes or burn in different colors besides white or yellow? So I need 2 yeses or nos. Shapes and colors. Yes or no to both. So shapes is first. So if you do remember shapes, you would say yes, but if you don't remember colors, you would say no. So yes, no. Or no, no, yes, yes.
I don't.
Jason,
well, different shapes. Like you just mean like not straight.
like what?
Like not straight.
Not straight. Yeah, like actual shapes. Jason says nope, nope. Elvie says no and yes to the colors besides white or yellow.
Yeah, I remember they did come out with different colors when I was a kid. My dad actually lined the driveway with different colors and he lit them off so you could see different colors.
Wait, hold on.
But they were always...
I want to be clear. I remember the powder on the stick being different colors, but it's still only lit up white and yellow. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about or if you remember them lit up in different colors.
They were supposedly, like, I think there was pink or red or something like that. And then there was like one other color, but they were very quickly, like, they weren't around for very long. I remember that they had them distributed and then I guess they were finding that there was a problem with it or something. I don't remember. And they stopped and they just went back to normal colors. Like it wasn't, I guess people weren't liking them or I don't know what the deal was, but I remember my dad did buy like some. Mm-hmm. But then it was very short, but they were only one size. They were big ones too. They weren't just like regular normal size. They were a special, like a very
I know what you're talking about, like a double dipped one. I know.
Yeah,
I know,
like a really
longer
big one.
Double dipped. Yep.
Yeah, they lasted like 15 or 20 minutes or I don't remember. It was a long time. It was huge, but like I said, it was a specialty thing. Like I said, it didn't
And,
seem to last though.
and Gainer
Overall,
says
though.
not shapes. Dean says no, no. Half stick,
Yeah.
half glow band, says Ken Raz. Mostly white, but there were some with color, says LVK. Still burnt white, though, says Ken Raz. So Ken Raz has the memory that I have where the sticks were different colors, but they burnt white. Sadly, Karen is no. I've seen huge straight ones, but not different shapes, says Jason. What
Yeah,
about you, Mr. Super?
I've
I'm
only
sorry.
ever seen them on wires, not sticks, and I've only ever seen them the natural color of magnesium, which is what they're made of. It's kind of a zinc gray.
Okay, they are wires. I just said sticks.
Mhm.
You know, like a stick shape. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're correct with the wire part, because the stick would just burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karen says we had a different kind of sparkler that had colors, but they were plastic or cardboard. Okay, so that's more like a firework. But a sparkler firework. I know what you're talking about, like a fountain type thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
so my answer in summation is not different shapes, but different colors, but only very short. Like it was a very short lived. Like it was. It
Here and
didn't stick
gone.
around. Yeah, it kind of fizzled out.
Fizzled out. Very nice.
The
All
color
right, we can
burned out.
continue.
Yeah.
Mr. Super, please.
You rolling?
Yes, please. In our past, sparklers were just straight sticks that glowed white or yellow in our past, but in this reality, you can find them in all different shapes, numbers, letters, and even different colors.
Oh boy.
Have you ever seen anything like this before? So, Esther, you remember the one on the left? Because they still sell them today.
Mm-hmm.
They still sell them today.
Colors. Yeah, my dad was a big fireworks nut. Like I said, we owned a fireworks booth, and every week he would pick. I think it was like every Sunday night we would go out to the church parking lot next door, and he would light them off.
Okay,
My
but
dad
listen to
had
me.
fireworks shows.
You said they were fleeting. They fizzled out. They still sell them.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I want to make it clear. My answer was, I always remember them being there, but then I think it was only like a year, maybe two, and then it quickly, like everybody was just like, and just go back to the regular sparklers. I think because it wasn't like a big seller, and therefore because it wasn't like a big deal, and therefore we didn't have them after that. So that's my past was they were there for a very short time, and then they quickly shifted back to the regular sparklers. So if they're always been around since then, it's definitely that's a change for me. So that's why I was trying to clarify my answer.
LVK says, okay, I don't remember individual colors like that. What I remember is the sparklers gave off all colors at the same time, mixed with white. So you remember a rainbow sparkler. Wow. Hey, Go-Kart Bob,
Maybe
who
at the
says
very
breakfast
end,
is ready.
like the very last, like what 3 seconds or whatever, like you get the whole fireworks thing where you get a couple of different colors, and like it was the rainbow effect at the end. But that was the last little bit at the
Bottom
end.
of it.
Yeah, that's like the grand finale. Then your sparkler's about to, like, you're done. That was always the fun part. It's like, yeah, it's cool and everything, but then you get to the fun part, but it's like it doesn't last very long.
We can continue, please. So you guys can see the shapes and numbers and stars and letters and all sorts of crazy stuff that they sell. Neon sparklers. They're called neon, by the way. Colored, rainbow, neon, everything.
There's that
Stars.
rainbow.
There's the rainbow. The stars come in silver and gold. And they burn white and gold. But, the other ones are neon. They're in the middle, it's a mixed hearts, camera, lollipop, star. I've never seen shapes, not once. We can go on. Like, here's some of the colors. Like, look at that. Like, it went from pink to purple to green. Do you see that on the top right?
Yep.
No.
Cool.
We got Christmas trees. We have the letter S. We have a star. We have a different type of star. We have like a lollipop. We have a gold Christmas trees. The numbers with a heart and a star. All different sparklers. I've never seen shapes. Never. I've never seen numbers. You would think you'd see them in the bakery aisle for on top of the cake. I'm assuming that's what they're for.
Yeah, that's not a sparkler. That's like a cool candle.
No, that's a sparkler though.
Yeah, that's weird.
I agree, it's weird. This is not my reality.
Has anybody heard from Super Mario Brothers?
I have not. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has.
Okay, next.
Yes. Could these be products we just missed for decades, or do you think these are products that are new to our reality? Either way, they are new to us, so we thought we'd share.
Glow in the dark. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And now we are moving on to ice cream.
Ooh. I'd like to have some of that right now. It's hot in my room.
Now, I just recently
my
covered this.
I think it's on all the noise.
I just recently covered this on Boston Ray's channel, so if you saw it there, just answer what you originally answered. But this was a 4th of July presentation, so I'm covering it again. Then we're on to fireworks, the new one, and then we're headed out. And the new one's got taken us to Halloween, so I'm sorry. But it's not a scary Halloween. It's just, you'll see. It's a funny Halloween thing. It's not even a they sell it all year, but when I think of it as something I would get at Halloween when I was a kid. But it's not Halloween specific. Okay, Esther, you are up.
Okay. There are a couple of ice cream related products I need to ask you about that were not in my past until last month. But first, I need to do a little rewind. Ice cream.
And before we get to that, welcome, Roliar, and welcome to the Wrench Club. Roliar says good day.
Hi.
Go-Kart Bob, when did he watch your new video, though? Because he hasn't been around for almost a week.
Maybe he's busy.
I hope so. I hope it's just that.
Been ready
Hey,
for a
Naked.
big fireworks thing.
Michelle, a.k.a. Naked, is here.
All right. So which logo do you remember for the cereal? No dash, dash, or equal sign?
1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Grape nuts. Do you remember it with just grape nuts? That's number 1. Number 2 is grape dash nuts. And number 3 is grape equals nuts.
Yeah, I don't remember 3. Number 2 looks familiar. But I think this one for me wasn't a Mandela effect. I think this one I had like the current reality. I'm not sure. Well, depending on what the current reality is.
Okay.
That's it.
Michelle says she's not awake yet on her first cup of coffee.
I had my coffee right before we came on.
I'm still drinking my first cup. Sadly, Karen says 1, no dash. Michelle says 1. Roliar, no dash for me, 1 as well. LVK is 1. What about you, Mr. Super?
1.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay. We can move on when you're ready, Mr. Super.
So in my past, there was no dash, but the dash has been present for my entire life. Do you remember the dash?
And as you can see here, the full word grape is merged, and UTS in nuts is merged as well. And so is the ST in post, which we've covered before.
Yeah, that is a weird name, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just finding their comment. Why it's called grape nuts. It doesn't taste like grape or it's not made out of nuts. Why is it called that?
The only thing I can think of is that the shape is reminiscent of grape seeds.
Right.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, it's like let's think of a name that has nothing to do with our actual product.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Unindoctrinated remembers too, like you, Esther.
Yeah, I don't know why I remember why I remember a dash. I don't know. It might just be because maybe I saw it so much recently because I didn't really pay attention when I was younger, and it's only been like more recent. So I might have just because that's what it looks like. That's what I remember now because I paid more attention now.
From a logical standpoint, if I was going to put a dash in there, it would be after the grape, not before the nuts.
Correct.
It's a weird place to put it.
And we have seen cereals that I do not remember having a hyphen in it. Like I believe Cookie Crisp. It's next to cookie.
Mm-hmm.
It might be, or maybe it's honeycomb. One of them has a hyphen that I don't remember that we've covered. LVK says they're like eating gravel. I have no idea why the cereal even exists. It's not made from grapes or nuts.
That's all true.
We can continue.
That is all absolutely true.
Go ahead, Esther.
But stranger, the cereal started out with an equal sign prior to finding this change in 2019. What the? Yeah. I have never seen an equal sign used in this way. Have you?
So I covered the equal sign in 2019. So that's the rewind.
Did your finger fall off? Sorry.
What happened?
Sorry. My daughter's having an issue with her fingernail, and I just asked her if her finger fell off.
It's not my
Your fingernail.
It's my earring. It broke.
Oh, your earring broke. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe your fingernail had like.
No,
Mr. Super, can you zoom in on the top right image on the bottom where it's yellow, please?
I'm eating something right now.
I'm going to go on
mute back
of my daughter.
Okay, I just want the top right one, the top right image. I just want to point out that at the top it has an equal sign, but at the bottom it has a hyphen on the same package. Yeah, right there.
Yep, I see it.
But the equal sign is, and look where the equal sign is on the box next to it. It's next to grape, not nuts.
Like I said.
Yep, but again, equal sign? No.
No, never.
No.
Grape equals nuts? What?
I don't care that I wasn't alive back then. That's wrong. I don't care.
Sounds like one of Einstein's formulas.
Yep.
Einstein equals nuts.
Now that we are all caught up, have you ever heard of Grape Nuts ice cream? Yes or no in the chat. And if you've seen this before, answer what you originally answered. Have you ever heard of Grape Nuts ice cream? Yes
That would be
or no?
awful. As hard as they are when they're room temperature, my goodness, no thanks.
That's called a toothbreaker.
Right.
Exactly. Unindoctrinated says, why are they allowed to use the word grape, but not allowed to use the word fruit in Fruit Loops? When there's no grapes at all in Grape Nuts. Good point.
Good, solid point.
Yeah,
Logic prevails again.
I
Yeah.
agree. I can't believe it's July.
Yeah. And they don't even taste like grapes.
Michelle says never. Sadly, Karen said no. Dean says no. No WTF. And Go Kart Bob says ice nuts. Esther, do you remember grape nut cereal? Ice cream, I mean.
No. What the?
Because apparently it's the most. It's like the most common ice cream in our area, and I've never heard of it.
Ew, that doesn't sound like something I would even want to eat. What?
Do you see that? It's in our area. The top in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Well, the Northeast, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. They are saying that grape nuts is the most popular ice cream flavor, and I've never heard of it. And they're wrong. It's
And there
mint
it is,
chocolate
spelled
chip.
wrong because it should have an S on the end. Nuts.
Oh, it may be cut off. That may have been me.
Maybe.
Oh no, that's the website. You're right. You're absolutely. Oh no, you know what? The S may be underneath the red block. Honestly,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
Grape nut.
I'm calling it bad.
So let's see. Michelle says no. What the? Since when? I don't know. Esther, you may continue reading.
Okay. So Joy Cups are the top selling cake cup ice cream cone in the United States. They recently put out their own list of top ice cream flavors by region.
So according to Joy Cup, grape nuts is the top ice cream flavor in our area, and we've never even seen it or heard of it
You ever heard that, Charity? Grape nuts ice cream?
No.
I've never heard of it. I'm asking my daughter because, she's a
They've
kid.
got Blue Moon in Michigan. I've never had Blue Moon.
I didn't know about that one. Blue Moon is supposed to be like vanilla ice cream dyed blue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a bad.
It's just kind of weird. Just ice cream. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I was more than a bit confused. Yes, sorry, I was yawning. So I was more than a bit confused to see that Grape Nuts ice cream, a flavor I'd never heard of, was the favorite in my region, especially since it has been claimed by Jamaica, which doesn't make sense either, since the recipe was advertised to Americans throughout the 50s through the 50s through the 70s in the magazine. Again, never heard of it. I haven't either. Where is it sold?
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Don't worry.
Indoctrinated said my grandfather owned an ice cream business and never heard of Grape Nuts ice cream.
Yeah, that's a good memory to put up there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Go Kart Bob, stay safe. He has a 5-day heat wave coming. And Michelle says Blue Moon is Meyer ice cream. It's a brand. We can continue. So here we have the ice cream leader for 1919. Grape Nuts ice cream. It's all the way back in 1919. But check it out. In Jamaica, we have ice cream flavors: jerk vanilla, jerk grape nut. No S, Mr. Super. Grape nut. Jamaican homemade grape nut ice cream. Now, why is it Jamaican but the most popular flavor in the Northeast United States?
No dash, no S.
You'd think that would be a Southern thing.
You would think, if anything.
Oh, and a key, no equal sign.
I guess maybe they're thinking like health food nut people like in Massachusetts maybe and stuff. I don't know. What the? I've never seen it.
I haven't either.
I mean, I've never even seen it. So it's not like I can even remember it because I've never seen a box sitting in any freezer in any location that said grape on it.
Just wait. We can move on.
Mhm.
So it's actually in containers as well. I can't.
It's never sold in stores, but I've never seen it.
No,
at
no, even it's even sold
Oh,
in
it's even
stores,
sold.
not never.
How did I say that? Never. I don't know. That must be my tired brain. It's even sold in stores, but I've never seen a pint or half gallon of this stuff. And at least some ice cream parlors have it on their menu too.
Yeah. So the image on the right is an ice cream parlor menu. So there's like rum raisin, butternut, grape nut,
I mean,
and it's nut again, key lime pie.
yeah, there we go. That's a good one. If I have seen it, it would have been at a specialty ice cream shop that had like some weird flavors. And I mean, that is possible.
But I never
Rum
have seen
raisin
it.
is more of like a popular flavor type thing, like the weird. I mean, the
Yes,
off
up here it
wall.
is. Yes, I can go with rum raisin here. Yes, and there's also Maine maple walnut on the list.
Yeah, things with nuts in them definitely. I know usually like moose tracks and like cotton candy are like the two like things that's like on everything. Like there's something with moose tracks is usually like the most popular. Like other than vanilla, that seems to be like the thing that people like for flavored ice cream, at least in my area, from what I've been told by ice cream people. That like moose tracks is usually the one that kind of sells faster. Then I don't know why people go to an ice cream shop and buy vanilla. Why?
Look
You
at
go
it. Look at it there. I'll blend it into one word and no S.
Yep, grape nut, one word, no S. You are correct.
I'm gonna have to go to my store and look really hard because I mean, where are these
No
things?
dash, no S, no equal sign.
Yep. Well, the
Oh,
equal sign was old. It's not. Nothing is an equal sign now, but they do have dashes, and that's like official branding right there. Post grape nuts with vanilla.
Yeah.
what was that?
Gifford's brand ice cream. And here's more. Nestle Buckingham with grape nut. Grape nut.
All one word again.
Yeah, all one word.
Oh boy.
I know it's a mess.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
I want to see if grape nut cereal. I'm just gonna look it up. Can they even buy it in my area? Ice cream. Where to buy? There we go. Hmm.
Do you see it sold in your area?
I mean, obviously it should Walmart first thing, but I don't. I think that just might be like because they sell ice cream.
I highlighted that grape nuts ice cream in Jamaica. Like if this is a Jamaican thing, I'd be okay with it because then I wouldn't have heard of it. But they're saying it's in my region, and I have a major problem with that.
I'm actually going to go to Walmart.com and see if I can buy it in my area. And I mean, I buy ice cream. Walmart.com. Let's go there.
Next.
Oh, they sell
Yes.
grape nuts. Nice. Oh, come on.
Esther, you're up.
I was just trying to see if I even had it in this store near me. The second thing could taste amazing. This second thing could taste amazing, but I don't think it does. This may not be an ME, but info, I don't. Okay, sorry.
Didn't know.
But info, I didn't know because it is relatively new, first appearing in 2020.
So this could just be info I didn't know. But I can't with this either.
Yeah, my Walmart doesn't sell it. So. The Great Nuts ice cream. So I don't know where to buy it. I'm going to definitely look when I go to Market Basket, and I'll go to Hannaford's and check it out.
Undoctrinated said, did anyone see that tinfoil hat had on Robert Kivett yesterday on Rockfin, and everyone in the comments was giving horrible reviews? He is the producer of the new Mandela Effect movie. No, I didn't see anything. I haven't seen anything about it at all. But tinfoil's a Mandela Effect because it's never existed. It's always been aluminum.
Yep. Want to go to the next slide?
Yes, please.
There we go. Philly is known for a lot of different foods, including the hoagie, which you may call a sub or a grinder. Yeah, I think that's more regional.
Mm-hmm.
What we
Call
call
them
it.
hoagies.
Yeah.
And hoagie's going to spread because Wawa's spreading, and Hoagie Fest. They're called hoagies in Wawa. So as Wawa spreads, the word hoagie is going to spread.
Hmm.
You see it? Yeah. I'm calling Mandela. I don't care. It's in Philly. I can't.
Those two, that should be in the same sense. Do you want me to read what's in red or read on the bottom?
Yes, please. Start with the red.
Ice cream, hoagies, and other new frozen treats you have to try in Philly right now.
No, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I always wanted my turkey frozen and in my ice cream. But since 2020, you can now find hoagie sundaes in Philly. This could have been so good on a puff pastry, but no, it's on a hoagie roll. Ew. So probably not an ME, but it took 3 years for me to learn of their existence, which I did find a little odd.
Yes. So I had never heard of them for 3 years that they existed, and I call Mandela because no, and yuck. Ew, who wants to eat ice cream on regular, like a regular roll?
Oh,
Why not put it in like a donut or a puff pastry, something sweet? You know what I'm saying? That would have made sense. But a hoagie roll, ew, just no. And bread, why?
So no.
that doesn't. I mean, I guess if it was like Hawaiian bread, like the Hawaiian bread that they sell, that could possibly. I mean, not. I don't think it would be much better, but I think it would. Well, I think it'd still be better than like wheat bread or even white bread.
Yeah.
So a Wawa is. Sorry, I just wanted to answer, LV. A Wawa is a gas station that sells like really good coffee and donuts and stuff.
No.
Not donuts, but coffee. At least that's
But
where we.
no. Wait, Wawa was old, the gas station's new-ish, like in the last 10, 15 years. It was a convenience store
Oh, that's right.
for decades, and then they had a gas station. But it's a higher end convenience store. Like it's not like 7-Eleven is not. There's not even a comparison. It's not like a Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is like a store and it's huge. It's, I guess, like what's that other one? There's another one that begins with an S, I think.
Stewart's?
Sheets. It's like Sheets.
I'm saying like Stewart's. That also is kind of the same way.
I mean,
They
it
sell
has like
cookies and stuff like that.
they have like beer, they have bottled drinks, they have candy and snacks and stuff. But they also have like fresh coffee. They have coffee in a machine, iced coffee. They have the machine where you get like hot cocoa and hot coffees. They have like a Coke machine with all the different flavors. They have Slurpees there. And then they have the deli. You can't get deli meat there, but you can get hoagies, you can get quesadillas, you can also get like smoothies, and it's like a full service deli area with all different types of food, including like burgers and pizza and chicken nuggets and all sorts of stuff. So you can get a lot, and it's all it's not like, like done on rollers and stuff. They heat it up and they make the hoagies fresh and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's a little more high end than a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you're in the north, like it would be like a Stewart's, that would be equal to like a Wawa, because Stewart's has the same type of thing where you go and you get like good coffee and your good breakfast sandwiches or just lunch sandwiches. They have like a deli and stuff like that inside of it. So it's an upscale convenience store where it's not like, you're not going to get, low quality food there.
No, I would say it's a fancy convenience store, not a junk food store. They do have some good food there. They have fresh stuff too, like salads. And see, Unindoctrinated says we have Sheetz here in Ohio instead of Wawa. And I would say Sheetz is the most comparable to Wawa.
Yeah, that one's a new one for me. But then again, I don't live out in, I'd say
Sheetz is Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also Riggins, kind of like Riggins, if anyone knows Riggins. I still think Wawa's better than Riggins, though. Ice cream on bread, gross. I agree. I pinned Unindoctrinated, the Rockfin link. It's pinned to the top. So if you guys want to like open it in another tab or check it out, I'll leave it pinned. Did you read this one? Yes, we're on the next one, please, Mr. Super. So here's photos of this monstrosity.
Oh.
And it looks like they do put powdered sugar, but that is a hoagie roll. That is not puff pastry.
George, I don't want to say what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
It's not right. That's not right. There's stuff on the left.
I know.
I mean, it almost looks like Swedish meatballs, but instead it's ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would?
How dare they put powdered sugar on there to make people think they're about to get a pastry, and it's bread.
Yeah, I could totally see like a puff pastry instead. Like do something else. Like it's just wrong. Well,
It sold out in 20 minutes when it first went for sale at LVK. I think people thought it was puff pastry. I really do. I believe they did not realize it was bread.
Yeah, it was probably sold out, and then immediately everyone goes, "Can I have my money back?" Never mind, change my mind. So they turn around and go back and go, "No, I don't want any more." For me, it's not the selling out immediately. Like I see like movies are like, "Oh, this movie came out and had like this huge blockbuster the opening weekend." It's like, well, it's not the opening weekend; it's the weekend after that. The sales keep coming in because you have repeat customers more than it is the shock and awe of something new. It's like, oh, I got to try that. And then did you go, ew, that was a big mistake. No, we're not going to ever do that again. Like,
right.
It's not really how fast something sells out when it first happens. Does it continue to sell? And if it doesn't, then, it's not a good product.
Ready?
Kind of like what happened with the sparklers that I remember. It was like really cool and why we had it for a little while.
I'll look into it, Ann.
Alaska.
Good morning, Lindsay. Lindsay, thank you so much. Hold on, wait. I have to, I got to switch. Can I switch? Give me a minute. I may have to switch brands a second, guys. So it may be a little jarring. The background's going to change, but Lindsay is in the chat and I have to do something. So give me 1 second. I got to play my clips, and if it's loud, I'm sorry. So if you need to lower your volume a little bit, okay? Thank you so much, Lindsay. That was for Lindsay. Lindsay's in the chat. Thank you, Lindsay. I'm sorry, we can go back. Oh, we're at the new presentation. Okay, good. All right, so this is fireworks part 1. Credit Teresa Lynch. Have you ever heard of daytime, visible in the daytime fireworks? Yes or no in the chat. You don't have to thank me. Oh, thank you.
I mean, you could see them to the point where you could tell there was something, but you didn't. They were hard to see. That's why we do them at night, because you can't really see them very well.
No, I mean different fireworks that are visible in the daytime. Different ones.
I don't remember daylight, that fireworks being a thing.
So yes or no, have you ever heard of daytime fireworks? And if you've seen this before, answer what you originally answered, please.
I'm a nope.
You're a no. I'm waiting for some answers. I agree, Elvie. People are stupid and will buy anything, including an ice cream on a hoagie roll. I've never seen daytime fireworks before, says Elvie. Come on, there's 25 of you watching, guys. Come on. Orion, only out in winter, says Ann Gaynor. Nope. Lugnut Lori is a nope. Anyone else? Going once. Up. Welcome, Zox. Zox says, never heard of it. I salute you all. We salute you as well for being here. Thank you so much. All right, we can continue. Esther?
Daytime fireworks create a colorful smoke, which can come in the form of jets or traditional bursting fireworks.
It was my turn, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
That is fine. They can even be combined with regular fireworks to create an extra colorful show.
So sorry about that. I will continue from there.
Looks like a peacock, like the tail. It's pretty.
Yeah. So this isn't a good example of it. I'm just showing that it can be combined with nighttime fireworks to make them extra colorful, but you will see them in the daytime in a minute. Surely nobody has ever heard of daytime fireworks. That's what you would think.
Well, I don't know. Anne said that she has a picture of fireworks exploding over her house in the daytime from 3 years ago. It's just as
But
easy.
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this. I don't even know what creates some of these effects, but they are all unedited. These are daytime fireworks.
You sure it's fireworks, not just smoke?
That's what makes the firework. You're gonna see video.
Gadzooks, man.
Daytime fireworks.
No.
See, the fireworks Anne's describing are just fireworks. These are daytime fireworks. We can go on. So, daytime fireworks live event by artist Kai Kuo King. Sponsored by Hennessy. Without the EY. And here's some more pictures. Never seen these before in my life.
And they're worried about our carbon footprint.
Yes. The one on the top left looks so fake, but that's the one I have video of, so it's real.
Looks like a bunch of
Um,
they're cool. It's kind of cool looking.
yeah, it looks like balloons or something.
Yeah.
Yes, carbon footprint. I whenever wanted to think about what is the human body composed of?
Carbon.
Carbon. They want to decrease the carbon. What? How do plants make oxygen? Carbon dioxide.
Hmm.
And too little carbon dioxide in the atmosphere does what? Triggers an ice age. Oh, people. We do not want to decrease our carbon. We do not. It is necessary to life on Earth.
Well, they want to reduce the carbon footprint. Yeah. In more
No,
of a better way.
no.
Governments that
They
need
want
to
net
reduce.
carbon zero is what they want,
Yeah, which is
which will trigger an ice age.
well, hey, I guess all the people that are complaining it's hot outside might like that.
Hmm. Yeah, look, they even have black fireworks.
I know some people that like that.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I did not include the video. Oh, I took the video out because we got a copyright. So guys, you
That's
can
it.
search daytime fireworks on YouTube and you will see these videos. These were all screenshots from videos on YouTube. I did remove them because of the copyright. All right, there's a fireworks number 2, Mr. Super. And then we have the new one, and we will be saying, enjoy your 4th of July, or enjoy the rest of your day after the new one. So we have 2 more to do. Esther, would you mind doing this so I could, would you mind doing this so I could do the new one?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Sorry if it gets a little loud. My neighbors are throwing like those snap thingies, whatever they're called now, outside.
I agree, Zox. Okay, sorry, go on.
All right. So in 2021, Teresa Lynch discovered a new type of firework in our reality.
Maybe the video's here. Oh, it is. Good.
Daytime smoke fireworks were invented in 2007 and first displayed in 2012. Wow. I mean, I just wondered, is that what they actually look like without?
Yes, this is the video. Yes.
Fireworks?
So this was 2011, and they were invented in 2011 and first displayed in 2012. These have been around for more than a decade. You can read this one. I muted it because I had music.
Okay. There are many different ways smoke fireworks can be used, including with or without traditional fireworks. Using traditional fireworks can create different shapes and patterns. Wow, that's cool.
Still never seen it before.
Well, I'm just thinking about all that smoke going up in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it is.
That's where I'm kind of hoping that we do go the way of drones in the future instead of fireworks, because I mean that's that's stuff I don't want in the atmosphere and stuff.
Funny you should mention that. We're going to be talking about that.
These are cool. It's hard to see, but they're cool. Those would definitely look prettier at night.
Yuck.
Sorry, with the noise outside.
Okay. You can read it.
Okay. Sorry, I was distracted with the colors. Have you ever seen these before? Well, we have known about them for 2 years now, since Teresa found them out in 2021. I haven't seen these in person. Which now it'd be 3 years, right?
Yeah. Hey, Parody Bear. Parody Bear says you want billions of drones everywhere. I don't. They can spy on you. So here's more photos. I moved.
Only for the fireworks displays. I think those are pretty cool where they're doing, because then one, you don't have the noise. So like people with PTSD, like I have family members who like didn't show up to 4th of July events and things because of that. Then you got dogs and other animals that get scared of the noise, and I can see that. And plus the chemicals that are just going up in the air, and then also it caught like when my dad used to put off fireworks displays, he would put off a bunch of fireworks. He'd have to wait and let the smoke clear because it would go across the road and people couldn't see. It actually created like an actual visible hazard. So you have to make sure that the smoke is also in a place where it's not going to get like create an accident or something like that as well. So it's just there's a lot of little things that I can see could be beneficial of having a drone fireworks thing. I don't mean like drones like everywhere, just only for fireworks displays. I think that is a pretty cool idea if you
All right,
have
we
them
can go on.
for that. So I don't think we'd get the same effect that was like regular fireworks.
And now we're going to be talking about them. So go on.
It's now 2023. Well, 2024 now, but and there are new types of fireworks that I've never seen or heard of before that I want to share. They're new to me, but they're new to me, but new to this reality. One type has been around for centuries, just in a more rudimentary form. I'll say I do like those colors. They're pretty.
Go ahead, Mr. Super.
Oh, it's that drone light show fireworks. Have you ever seen a drone light show or drone fireworks before?
These have been around since 2012.
Wow.
Do you remember drone fireworks for 12 years? Yes or no in the chat. Do you remember drone fireworks displays being around for 12 years? Because the first I heard of them was 2023.
I thought it was like a couple, like around 2021 or 2022, like right after COVID was like a deal. I think that was, then they started coming out with like the drone things. Because of
2012.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Like after that is when the drone thing started becoming like the first ever, like they made a big deal of it. I think it was like Japan or somewhere like that, where it was like a big deal. But I think that was like 2021.
This is the US, and again, they started in 2012. No, absolutely not for LVK. No, I don't remember seeing them. Zox just has a quotation mark.
Drone light show fireworks.
Please send me an email, Parody Bear. Please send me an email. I only just started seeing them last year. Same LVK. I can't get links from the chat, Parody Bear. I'll just make a new tab. It's okay. I could type it in real quick.
Yeah, they said for me, the drone thing was, they hadn't been like popular yet, but they were just starting to like
I got it.
And stuff, like I said, like around 2021. So that was like the first, that was my memory. So
not 2012.
No.
No, me neither. Thank you, Parody Bear.
Cool.
I know this display is crazy.
Wow.
Go on. Not you, Mr. Super, Esther.
I was just mesmerized by like the prettiness of the planets. These are similar to laser light shows, but do not use lasers. Look cleaner, no light beam, and can form movable, cleaner images in the sky.
Blue beam.
Mhm.
And more planetary nonsense.
Mm. All right. So yes or no, smiley faces or heart stars. Have you ever seen shapes in fireworks before? If yes, approximately what year did they appear in your reality?
So, yes or no, have you seen stars, hearts, and smiley face fireworks? And if yes, approximately what year did they appear in your reality? When did you start seeing them in the fireworks shows?
I do remember them being, but I don't remember when, but it's not that long ago.
I know I've never seen a star.
I know the smiley face. I've definitely seen that like a few years ago. That was probably like 4 years ago.
I think the only one I've seen is a heart, but it was many years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
Wow. So, yes, around 2017, says Ann Gainer.
Wow, we got 27 people watching.
I know. 30. I see 30 actually, because I also have this going on Twitter. So, there's probably a couple people on Twitter. So, hello to the Twitter people. Feel free to answer on Twitter, and I can go check your answers. I only have one answer in our chat right now.
Around 2017, yeah. So what name?
I can't call it X. It's weird. It will always be Twitter for me. It's like who calls Facebook Meta? You know, no one calls Facebook Meta.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be like if YouTube started calling itself Y. I'm still going to call it YouTube.
We should just call it ads.
Parody Bear says no, but I've seen the tech on YouTube.
Yeah, I've never personally seen like a drone fireworks thing, or like, I mean, I think I've seen like a smiley face like a few years ago at our local one where they had like, it's like one or two. It wasn't a lot because from what I gather, they said that they're like more expensive, so they're harder to find. I don't know why.
Zoc says I don't appreciate crowded areas, so I don't go watching fireworks very often. So no, never seen those. LVK, no shapes like that. All right, we can continue.
I've been out to a fireworks display myself because I just don't care anymore.
So tell me if you've seen these shapes. Here's the smiley face.
There you go. So I have seen a single line firework circles before, both alone and sometimes creating a Saturn shape around the standard sphere firework. But I have never seen bows, hearts, stars, smiley faces, frogs faces, cat faces, mouse faces, or human faces before. Have you?
They're all being shown here. You just have to watch. I mark it when it, like we did cat faces already.
Mm-hmm.
It's just waiting for them to show more again. So there was a human face. I didn't mark it. I don't know why. It was in the top middle. All right, so frog upside down just exploded. So you think they do it by itself so people would see what it is?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't. All right, so there's a cat. That was a cat. Even though I put question marks, it's a cat.
Yeah. What is that one? No, that's a question mark.
Yeah, that was a question mark. Face of a girl. She had hair.
Wow,
yeah.
She
With
looks more like
glasses.
we call it mushroom.
Yeah, because of her hair. The hair, the glasses.
Yeah, there's the smiley faces.
Hearts.
Hearts.
Here's 3 rings.
Well, I think those are UFOs.
It might be. I don't remember that one at all, says Lori.
The bunny. Oh, strawberry.
Yeah, so here's some images. We got bulbs. We have rabbits. I don't know what that is. We have filled in hearts. They're just hearts. They're just like a filled in heart.
Mm-hmm.
We have like a snowman in the bottom.
Star in a circle, pentagram.
Mm-hmm. There's the frog. Yep. So many different ones. It's crazy. I've never seen this. This is crazy to me.
This is the creepy one right here.
Yep. At least the star is right side up and not upside down.
One on the bottom right looks more like, why would you
Evil
have
face?
Yeah. Looks like a Ghostbuster thing or something now. A little eerie there. Oh, that's a funny face. I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, with how cool they've made the fireworks, it's just arranging it differently. I don't know why they've never had these shapes.
Yeah, well, read how long ago it's been. Keep reading.
All right. The crazy part is these fireworks have been used since the 1990s. They're also pretty simple for firework makers to create. This is why
why is it
that this easy to make firework has been missing in my reality for 30 years?
So guys, those of you that have seen these things, do you remember them being in our fireworks displays for 30 years? Because I do not. I do not.
Nope.
No, not for that long. I remember we had like coconut trees and ones that looked like tornadoes, and because it was called the cyclone. And what was the I love the coconut tree one, the palm tree.
I've never seen anything like that. Oh my goodness.
Really cool. They're always my favorite because they come down and they look like a palm tree. They explode in the middle.
Oh, you're not talking one that looks like clip art. You're talking about the ones that just a normal firework.
Yeah, normal firework. Like that's what I remember.
Oh, I've seen them. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those
are
thinking like clip art in the sky of a palm tree.
Oh no, no, it's just like the top part of it would like come down and it would it's
the whistling noise.
No, it was just the way that they would come down like a. Oh my word! I just said that.
You need to read this so they know what they're looking at.
Dragon fireworks. Supposedly, these types of fireworks are rare, but they do exist. Has anyone ever seen these before? I found very little information online about them. I thought this was last year.
No.
That was the time I had heard about it. I thought you guys found this last year.
That's what this is. It's from last year. This presentation is from 2023.
Yeah, that was the first time I had ever heard about it. I was learning about it online when I was watching the video.
So yes or no in the chat, have you ever seen dragon fireworks that fly across the sky like a dragon? Yes or no in the chat.
I would love to see that one in real life. That'd be cool.
LVK says, what? 1990s? I don't remember that one at all, says Lori. Hey, Rodney. Rodney says, no smiley face at all. Seen them in cartoons only, says Ox.
Oh, my dad would have been like, awesome. Because we owned a fireworks booth around, I think it was 91. So if we had one, my dad would have been lighting them off. And I definitely would have seen one.
Now this could be very old, actually. It could be from China. It could be very old, but I did not find much information online about it. Rodney says nope. Nope for dragons, says Ox. And nope for all of us. So we can move on.
Only in movies have I ever seen that.
Japanese ghost shell fireworks.
Oh, cool.
I've never seen that.
So
They act like drones, but they're not. Oh wait, can you go back? She didn't read it.
yeah, I was about to read it, and then I was letting the sound. Have you ever seen or heard of color and shape changing from a single shell fireworks? The earliest video I could find was 2016. So are we going with that?
Yeah, we're gonna go 2016. Have you guys ever seen this before? Fireworks that change color, like
I have.
flash? Yes or no in the chat. You want to play it one more time? Let them see it. Ghost shell fireworks. They can also have different shapes in the center.
Those have been my favorite, actually. At minimum, these fireworks have been used for nearly a decade, and I have never seen anything like it.
No
Well,
way.
it's like a coconut palm right there. I actually do remember these. I don't remember how far back, unfortunately, but I do remember them.
Oh, did we have to read that last one?
She did.
I read that one. I just remember.
Did you see that? Look at that. Look at that. I can't.
That is so cool. I'll say if my fireworks display doesn't have these type of fireworks, I'm not interested. I'll say it. So they're called ghost fireworks because the initial firework holds invisible ones inside, which explode seconds after the previous one. This gives an animated effect with both shapes and color changing. Is this new for you too? I will say it was 2004 when I got married. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was around 2003, 2004 for me that I remember seeing those. So for me, that's not. I do remember them being around because I'm pretty sure my dad had those ones.
I do not remember ones that started out as a star and then ended up as a circle. Like, I don't know if you saw all of them. I don't remember colors chasing one another in a line.
No,
this is all new for me.
Certainly not. It's like
me,
swarm behavior, like you see in drones, AI, all that crap.
Yeah, this looks like they look like drones, but they're not. They're regular fireworks.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I can't remember if my dad had them or if it was right after, but it was around 2004. I do remember like loving the different fireworks. I do remember that. For me, obviously. So that one's not an Emmy for me personally. Or if
so
it
guys, you're going to be answering top or bottom in the chat. Go ahead.
Mr. Wizard's World. All right, so I know this seems random. It's not, but before I go any further, I have to ask, which logo do you remember? I don't know.
Top or bottom in the chat, Mr. Wizard's World. The difference, obviously, is the Z. Top Z or bottom Z? All right, so 1 for Jency.
This one I don't know the show. I'm assuming it's a TV show.
Yeah.
Neither for Karen. Or sadly Karen.
Karen, I'm assuming you remember a regular Z? He died in 2007. I didn't know that. 0, I'm French. I've never seen the logo. Understood, Zoc. It's okay. No idea. Watch Speed Racer, says Rodney. The Z is a flash, says Jency. It's Karen. And yes. Karen remembers the Z. Mr. Super, do you know Mr. Wizard's World?
No. Can't help it.
Wow. He was on the air for like 30, 40 years too.
Nope, I was protected from it completely.
That's right.
Shields up.
Oh, my dad would not have allowed me to watch the show.
About
Like,
science?
but
Yeah.
then he was allowed us to watch DuckTales. I don't think he realized what was in that show.
Were it not for
LVK?
this, I would not have known it existed.
LVK, not familiar with this one. Never seen it back in the day. Same with Mr. Rogers as Gen Z.
I mean,
I love DuckTales.
I would assume the first one, because the bottom one is too hard to read. Like, it doesn't, I don't know. That would just be, if you're trying to make it look cool but readable, I would pick number one.
Yep.
But I
Okay.
don't, from just a strictly logical standpoint.
Well, we can continue. DD74 is never watched.
Fell from the sky like lightning from the heavens. Where have I heard that before?
So yes or no, have you ever heard of steel wool fireworks? Are we on a different slide?
Yes or no, guys, in the chat. Prior to me showing it last year, have you ever heard of steel wool fireworks?
No.
Freaking out, and no for Gen Z.
What is that?
Well, you'll be seeing it soon.
I am familiar with steel wool. Fine steel wool is burned very efficiently.
But do you remember people using them as fireworks?
Not fireworks so much, but the battery there shorted across some of that steel wool will start that thing burning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Like an
But I'm
emergency.
talking about fireworks.
No,
What?
absolutely not.
No for fireworks. What is that? Me freaking out, says Gen Z. Zox is no. LVK is no. Lindsay is no. Go-Kart Bob is yes. Fun stuff, says Ken Raz. But have you guys heard of it before I showed it? Sadly,
That is the
Karen,
finest
no.
steel wool too. If you notice the number there, it says there's a pound sign and 4 zeros. It's called 4/0. That's the super fine stuff. That is the most flammable.
Okay. Ken Raz is nope. Jeff is no. Gen Z is no, never. Okay, we can go on. The logo. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What does that look like to you, Lana?
Oh, go back.
Fireworks.
Go back.
Why?
Go back.
Well, because
Go back. You skipped one. The logo first. Well, oh, hit pause, I mean. So she can read it first. I didn't realize that was the same slide. I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead, Esther.
I have never seen or heard of these before. So the logo, I remember number one. It's always been number two. But I should have. I love the show, Mr. Wizard. And while the episode didn't make current day fireworks, the experiment did teach us about how it burns.
So now we can play it. And the logo was the bottom one. The current logo is the bottom one.
What does that look
They're
like to you,
going to show
Lana?
close up.
fireworks.
Yes.
It
Why?
does. Well, because it's all glowing and everything,
Yeah,
and
glowing.
it's going
Or they look
upwards.
like fireflies, glowworms, or something. What is that?
All
I mean, I
right.
will say it does look cool.
It does, but that's not what the fireworks are. We're not there yet.
Ancient people in
That's the
Asia.
fireworks.
Okay. Ancient
Go ahead.
people in Asia and Polynesia islands used steel wool for early fireworks, not what we think of fireworks today, but how the modern versions came about is less clear.
It looks so dangerous.
The exact origin of steel wool photography is not clear, but it is believed to have originated in Western world in the 1990s. The technique involves lighting a bundle of fine-grade steel wool on fire and spinning it around on a wire string while taking a long exposure photograph with a camera. The sparks created by the burning steel wool create a mesmerizing pattern of light that can be captured in the photograph.
Sure.
This is why I need a nap. All right. So while still wall fireworks weren't recorded here as early as the 1920s, it seems to be that spinning the steel wool began in the 90s. Again, 30 plus years, and I've never heard of this before.
So for 30 years, people have been doing this, and I've never seen people do this or heard of this before. It looks super dangerous,
Yes.
and wait until you see what it's used for.
Yeah, that just looks like an accident waiting to happen.
Uh-huh.
Would it be easier to read if I turn the video off for you? Probably. That's distracting. Go ahead.
All right. The process involves getting folded steel wool, unfolding it, attaching it to a long chain, and spinning the flame embers around. Sounds safe, right? Theoretically, you could add minerals to the wool to change the colors, but I can't find a single video of anyone doing this unless the color has been added in the editing process. Yeah, it's quite possible.
Yeah, it'd be easy.
Yeah.
Not
It would be
recommended, yes.
easy, but they don't show it, so I can't say for sure if it's edited or not. That's all I'm saying. I
I
can't
definitely
say
won't
for
be
sure.
telling my boss about this. He was just telling me yesterday about how him and a firefighter, he went to a firefighter's house and they actually did it was like a candle, or they were throwing fireworks at each other, basically. Like, what?
That's lovely.
It's like, why would you do that? I'm like, oh, it's only safe because you're at a firefighter's house, as long as you've got a fire extinguisher. It's
Yeah,
like, no, like, just because you're dueling with a firefighter doesn't make it safe.
Okay, so they gave instructions on how to do this. It's been around since 1925, people. 1925, 100 years. So go ahead, Esther. You used to read the bottom.
Yeah. Have you ever heard or seen this before? 30 years is a long time not to know this form of fireworks existed. But there's one more thing about these that are making me believe that it's a Mandela effect. Sounds like a really stupid fight. Yeah. It's like my 17-year-old says, "It's okay, Mom. I know CPR." It's like, that doesn't mean you should do something stupid just because you know how to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can go on, Mr. Super.
Photography. So many people do this because of the amazing photos spinning fireworks create. Okay, that is cool.
It is
Actually,
cool, but it looks
I've seen
dangerous.
spinning fireworks, but I didn't know that they were possibly using steel wool. I thought they were actually using like actual safe stuff. Like I
No.
have seen that the last few years where that was like a big trend, but it looked
Again,
like
it's been around since 1925.
Yeah.
That's a Mandela. I'm sorry.
Oh my word, that just looks so dangerous. I would be in like full body armor, like put me in like a full fireproof suit in order to do that. Is really cool though. So whether used alone or with LED balls or string lights to add color, the effect it creates is what I'm calling black hole or portal photos. That is cool. It's not worth it for me worrying about getting burns. But yes, yeah, see like that. I've seen those photos, but I didn't know. So again, I've never seen anything like this despite taking photography courses and getting married in the early 2000s. Apparently, this photo technique is popular among wedding photographers. Yeah, that for me. That's a recent thing. The last couple of years.
I never.
But I figured it was a safe thing in order, because you're taking pictures and stuff, especially with people.
Yeah,
that
but
are,
any professional would take them in front of a green screen and do whatever with the background.
Yeah.
Looking at layers.
No, we're going to see a lot more of these. And people are walking under them with umbrellas and all sorts of crazy stuff. I can't. This is not my reality. I don't remember this stuff.
Again, this technique has been used since the 1990s, so I truly believe this is an art form from a different reality. That's. I mean, I will say it is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool! Wow. Another technique is to spin the wool in a tunnel or a cave to create a web-like pattern that matches the cave or tunnel shape. I mean,
I'd want a good respirator and eye covering.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I would have full body
That'd
protection.
be in my contract.
Yeah, like so I thought this was stuff that was like
Nice.
safe though. No, not like super dangerous. So another technique is to spin the wool in a tunnel or
Oh, it's
cave.
just repeating it. Just repeating it. It's just photos. You don't have to read it.
Sorry,
No, you didn't know. I'm just letting you know it's the same thing.
that is good. That looks kind of like an eyeball though.
Yeah, some of them do. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Look at them. They're walking under the things with umbrellas.
Supposedly, people can safely walk under these ambers raining down with an umbrella too. Supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
A metal umbrella, perhaps.
Yeah, but it's the red part. Shouldn't it be catching fire?
I think Gen Z says no. no, never, no.
That's what I'm saying. If it's not a metal umbrella, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be wearing a welder's mask. I mean, that's just. I mean, I will say they are beautiful, but I would literally be in full body gear. You know those fire retardant people use for like stuntmen. I'd be in that and a welder's mask and welding gloves, and then I would, do that. That would be the only way you could get me to do that. Because steel, I mean, it's metal.
Oh, yeah.
It's on fire.
Well, there's metals in all the fireworks. So what we think of as safe is just because you're farther away. All the fireworks are full of toxic metals.
Yeah, thankfully those by the time they get back down to earth though, they've cooled off. Compared to this, it's like it doesn't have enough time
Right, you're in it.
to cool off. Yeah, you're right next to it. I mean that half a second, it's not even a second before you get hit with it.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to fireworks, you've got a good 10 to 30 seconds for it to cool, and it's while it's falling, it's cooling off as well in the air.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine getting hit with that. I don't know. I just get a really good sparkler and do this. Get a one of those glow in the dark light things, like those crackable ones, and then spin those around. That's a much safer object.
Look at this one, everybody.
Yeah.
That
is they're using LED ball lights in the center. You can tell because it's got smooth edges. So the fireworks on the outside, LED ball lights in the center.
Are any of these fireworks new to your reality? Do you believe these could be a Mandela effect? Either their existence or the time period they were created. It's all a yes for me.
Thank you, Esther. And now, guys, we're going to go on to our final new presentation of our very first Waking Up episode. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to do because right now I have unlimited hours to stream on StreamYard. That's why I'm doing as many shows as I can for you. Also because of the fundraiser, I'm doing as many shows as I possibly can. So again, here I'll put the banner. The banner's on the bottom. But all the links are in the description. If you can donate, please donate. If you can't, please share it so more people see it. It's looking like the third week of July, Joey will be finally starting the job, taking care of his sister. So that's some good news we do have. I don't have an exact date yet, but it's looking like the third week of July, which is better than nothing. At least we have that. No, they're not CGI. I saw, I mean, they're old videos. They are old videos that I got off YouTube. All right, guys. I don't know if this is a Mandela, but I need to ask you this. I even say, I don't know if what I'm about to ask you is fully a Mandela effect. Part of it is for sure, for me at least. But maybe I just didn't know this. You can go on.
Oh, do you want me to read?
No, I was asking him to switch slides.
Okay.
Question 1. Wax lips. Are they candy, gum, or an edible wax? What were they in your past? Wax lips. Were they candy, gum, or an edible wax? And Mr. Super and Esther, feel free to answer what you remember.
Inedible
Double wax.
Okay. Jency says wax lips never, so maybe where Jency's from, they don't exist.
I remember them being a thing when I was a kid, but it was not edible, but it was wax because we knew better than to eat it.
Ann Gaynor says edible wax.
Yeah, we didn't.
Kenraz says wax. Rodney
Maybe-
says wax.
I don't know.
It wasn't a thing there. Yeah, it probably just wasn't a thing where you were. Same with Zox in France. It probably wasn't a thing there. It's probably a U.S. Canada thing.
Gummies?
Only lipstick, no wax.
Wax.
And later in life, gummy stuff, says Kenraz. Lindsay says wax. Okay, but I want to point out to all of you just saying wax. Anne says edible wax. Do you recall it being edible? Yes or no? All of you that said wax. Do you recall it being edible? Yes or no? And Mr. Super, Esther, do you recall the wax being edible?
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I said. Edible wax.
You remember it being edible?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We did not even try to eat it. It was that hard stuff, so we didn't. I don't know if it was technically edible, but we didn't even. I don't remember it being edible.
I always considered it food safe, but I would never just sit down and eat it either.
Yeah.
Lindsay says
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, it was safe to put in your mouth, but it wasn't safe to like eat.
Okay. Kenraz says yes, non-toxic. Not yummy, though.
Right.
Had to be edible, remember biting it.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, just to be clear, when I say edible, I mean you actually can eat it.
Yeah.
Not bite it, eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't like those little Coke bottles that we used to get, like that had the little bit of liquid in it. Those were edible wax. Like we would bite the top off, drink it, and we would just eat the top part of it. That was edible wax, but this was, as far as I remember, it was inedible. Like you wouldn't. Nobody I knew ate the wax. Like,
Yeah, not on purpose. Not the whole
it was like
thing.
a really hard. It was more like a candle or like a crayon. So unless you
It was
ate
hard.
crayons,
It was hard, yeah.
yeah, you wouldn't want to eat that because it was too hard to eat. So we just considered it unedible because, and I don't know if it even said edible on the package. I don't remember it just being like wax lips. That's what I remember being. And
Well, it's about to get weirder when Mr. Super changes the slide. Because I have another question. Question 2. Yes or no? Were they flavored? If yes, what do you remember?
no,
They tasted like wax for you?
yeah, just like a harmless wax.
Colored but not flavored.
Yeah,
Not
obviously.
flavored for you. Yeah, I guess it would be weird if you've never seen them before.
Edible to be able to kiss your man without killing him.
Okay, now here's the issue. Kenraz, very off-tasting cherry.
It'd be like eating chapstick.
Yeah, I mean, you could eat it without dying, that's where technically it's edible, like paper's technically edible, but really it's not a good idea.
Right.
Like that was the point of being it's edible in the fact that you could put it in your mouth, and you obviously, because you would be touching your mouth, so it does have to have non-toxic, but you wouldn't eat it. It would be something that was soft enough to like, ooh, I'm gonna chew on this. Like it
Guys,
wasn't
Lindsay says cherry too. I can't.
in glass before. Yeah, I mean, you can say paper is edible. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it most likely won't kill you to eat a piece of paper, but it's not something that you would eat. I
In
think
my past,
edible anyway. But.
wax lips were just plain wax, no scent, no flavor. We bit on the piece to hold them in place, had some last, then they ended up in the trash when we were bored because they were too hard to chew.
Correct.
Yeah, I would never guess that.
And it's pretty much a one-time toy because nobody asked for, oh, let's get those wax lips again. They were fun for 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, they went right in the trash.
Right.
Yeah, because we didn't look at them as like washable either.
No, right. One time, 3 seconds, you're done. Next.
But again, key word for me, there was never a flavor or scent. Never.
No.
I think if they were flavored, you'd want to eat them. That would make you want to eat it.
Yeah.
So, like, because you would at least want to try it, right? You'd at least, like, try to eat it if it was
like
flavored.
a little piece. I know what you mean, like a little piece. Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, we can go on.
Mm-hmm.
But in this reality, they are flavored cherry. And some say they used to be mint flavored. Multiple mints were said. Do you recall them being flavored? I do not.
No.
So at least a couple of you are from a different reality for this one.
If they were cherry, that would have to be a recent thing or like a very short-lived thing.
Nope.
I don't ever remember them actually being flavored. Like, I mean, like a specialty item, like in a specialty joke shop or something like that. That would be about it for me.
People are saying they've been flavored since the beginning.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't either. It's not my reality.
I also buried it in The Simpsons. We only had gum and lipstick.
So here's the issue. But the strangest part for me is they are technically edible and people have eaten them. So at the top, can you zoom in on that top little red square? This is old-timey candy. They call them the top red square, the top one. There we go. Oversized lips made from edible wax. It's a candy. They call it a novelty candy. Candy. That's weird. I would never call them candy. We can zoom out. And they say, I don't know what NGL is, but I thought you were supposed to eat these. You were. I Googled it to make sure. Sorry for the stupid people with the motorcycle. They thought you were supposed to eat them. I have more, though. Go on. And this is from The Simpsons, Jency. What blows my mind is they are advertised as candy or gum. Advertised as something you chew, I can understand. Those big wax lips, never, not in my past. Because you couldn't even chew the wax lips. They were too thick. And I'm going to get to the bottle caps and the tubes. But these, you couldn't chew. They were too hard.
Oh, yeah. I remember them being like, they were a step down from plastic.
Yeah.
Right.
You just bite the thin part that you're supposed to hold on to. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, please.
Oh.
These I can see being labeled as candy because of the sugar water inside. And we would chew the wax. I wouldn't eat this. You said you would, but I wouldn't eat the wax. I would chew it and then spit it out when the flavor was gone.
Yeah, we usually chewed on them. We didn't typically swallow them. Like that's
right.
Sort of like, I mean, we did like the end pieces. We probably swallowed a little bit, but we didn't actually like eat them. I'm like, they are edible. You can eat them. I mean, I wouldn't eat a lot of them because I don't think it would be good for your digestive tract. But if you ate one, these ones are the more of ones where I could see if you're like, oh, it was made out of edible wax. If you ate them, whatever, but not the big lips. That's what I was talking about. Like if you're talking about a candy that you could eat, I could see that being saying, oh, that's edible wax.
And they're calling it candy, which is bothering me.
It's not the same though. I mean, I wouldn't like just chew them for no reason and just like eat them. So
I may just be too young to remember this much variety, but I only remember the small tubes, bottles, and lips. Do you remember all this variety in wax candy and gum in quotations? Can you zoom in? Like they had giant tubes of the liquid. They had different color lips. They had little people, owls, witches, guns, swords. I don't remember all of this. Frogs, noses with mustaches, a tongue. You guys remember all these?
Nope.
I remember fake mustaches, but not with wax. Not like a waxing. That was just like a novelty joke thing. I don't remember all of these things.
Well, they have them in the lips now too. We can go on, Mr. Super. Lindsay said I ate these, and so did Ken Raz. Oh my gosh. I mean, look at this variety. I can't. A chewing gum whistle. It's not chewing gum, it's wax. Chewing gum whistle. They had chewable fingertips, chewable nose with mustache or nose hair, chewable eyes, other chewable mouths, chewable teeth, that they're all calling candy, which is messing me up. Except for the one that's calling it gum.
Just say no.
All right, so I loved those as a kid. I would still eat them if they didn't contain gelatin. They are supposedly cherry flavored, though I don't know if I believe it. I remember them being wintergreen. The smell is etched in my brain. I'm like, what are they talking about? What smell? They were just wax. Am I crazy, or did they have a very slightly peppermint flavor? Vaguely spearmint from what I remember. No scent, no flavor. It was just wax. It was red wax in my past.
Right.
So here we have the classic and hilarious wearable vintage candy. That's how they're advertised. Vintage candy. Wax lips, chewing gum. Chewing gum. So gum and candy. People actually ate them. Were we not supposed to? So they definitely ate them. And we chewed them until the flavor was gone, then spit out. Now, I have that in red because if they were talking about the bottles with the liquid, okay. The tubes, the liquid, I agree. But if they're talking about the lips, and this was a lips post, again, they had no flavor. They were just wax for me.
Yep.
Not my reality. And here I have underlined, and the taste is even worse. So they're complaining about the cherry taste. There was no taste for me.
Yeah, I don't remember any taste. They say if it was flavored, we would have eaten them. Mm-hmm. At least tried to eat them. I don't really remember biting into one. That wasn't because it just tasted like a waxy substance, just a plain old.
Mm-hmm.
No, not like
the
a
bottle caps. You could stick the nickel nips. You could stick the bottle in your mouth. Mm-hmm. And then bite down on it and chew until the flavor was gone. That makes sense to me. But these, no. Mm-hmm. And the nickel nips and the tubes, it was thinner wax, much thinner, easier to chew. When it got hard, you spit it out. I didn't eat it. It's blowing my mind. This is blowing my mind. I believe that you guys had a cherry taste, but there was no flavor for me. So here's residue. I had forgotten about these. I didn't know anyone that actually ate them. They were edible, LOL. Had no clue. I don't even remember them ever having any flavor at all. I remember it was just straight wax. This is what I remember. They had a flavor? Like flavor that wasn't wax? What flavor? Thought these were just decorations for Valentine's Day. Tasted like candle wax. Yes, they are from my reality.
Mm-hmm.
You can go on. And here's the mustache one now. And there's a fang one for Halloween.
Yeah, I've seen the fang one for Halloween.
Is any of this new for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you ate the wax.
I don't remember having lips on the fangs. I just remember that. Oh, maybe. I don't remember.
They had both, Esther. There's both.
Huh.
There's just teeth. Like you can get the goofy teeth. Then there's the fang teeth. There's all different teeth. Then there's the lips with the teeth. There's both. Well, guys, that is it for today. I want to thank you all for showing up last minute on a morning show, super early, on the 4th of July for the U.S. I know some of you are not in the U.S., so thank you for being here. I'm guessing it's pretty getting late for you guys, like late afternoon, evening for some of you, like Jency and Zox. You're in France, right? So I'm guessing it's getting, 6 p.m. where Jency is. Yeah. Yeah, it's 11:33 for me too, Kenraz. Thank you so much. Like I said, thank you so much for showing up last minute. Like this was just like a last minute decision. I said to Mr. Super, you want to do a show? He said, sure. And here we are. And, well, thank you all for being here. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July if you're here celebrating. And I will see you possibly tonight with Ray. Possibly. And if not, I will definitely see you Saturday night. Thank you again to Esther Anders and Mr. Super Sidewinder for being with me today, hanging out with me, and Mr. Super for doing all that work presenting. Mr. Super, would you like to play a song with Morgan before I play the outro? Morgan was here earlier, Isabella 2.0. So Isabella, who was in the chat, this is him. And after that, I'll do a quick shout out and we'll head out for the day. Stay safe today. Please don't hurt yourself with fireworks. And if you imbibe, please don't drive.
Yes. Yes, be safe, everyone.
Yes.
Thanks, Esther.
Don't play with the fireworks inappropriately. Definitely don't point them at people. You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
All right, so we will be.
It was able to work out this time. I'm usually up in the morning. I'm just not a night person. So since I have to get up so early in the morning.
Yeah.
This worked out good.
Yep, you're all set. But just if you haven't chatted in a while and you're here and want to shout out, just leave a message at the bottom because I can only go so far back. So because I'm going to do a shout out after the song. So I'm going to mute Mr. Super. Esther, please mute because it doesn't mute us.
Watching all the clocks run backwards, slowly choking out my lungs, throwing all the stones around me until all that's left is one. Youth and age haunt me nightly until their master's work is done. Give to all just what they're asking, while sex and death is all flesh wants. I've got angels all around me, lighting the fires that remain from behind you, pace scotch taking all that's gold. Perspective curve my thought around you, milk my blood until it turns. All depressed and leaves you thirsty. A start to call robots home. Our soul, our forging decisions bleeding until all have made their choice. While I've got angels all around me, lighting the fires that prevent from failing. Send your waters inside me. Feel your spirit inside me again. Watching all the clocks run back, slowly choking out my lungs, throwing all the stones around me until all that's left is one. Youth and age haunt me nightly until their master's work is done. Give to all this what they're asking, while sex and death is all flesh wants.
You guys still there? There we go.
I am.
I also have to do a quick thing. I'm just looking to see if Jason is still here. Jason, are you still here? Well, just in case Jason's still here and can't chat, I have to say thank you to Jason really quick. Thank you so much, Jason. Give me a minute. We are switching backgrounds again. Thank you again to Jason. I really appreciate it.
Nice.
Yeah, I have to update the amount. Aw. Have a great
I'm
day,
going to.
everyone.
I'm
Huh?
going to drop out. I'm going to drop out. I'll be in chat. Thanks, Sandy, for having me on. Thanks, Esther, for coming on.
Oh, thank you for being here and helping me out, Mr. Super. Happy
Sure.
4th of July.
Same to
Even
you.
though I know you don't think we should be celebrating.
Right. All right, guys.
All right. Bye. I'm going to do a quick shout out and then we're going to head out. See, scrolling up as far as I can. Okay, so I have Unindoctrinated, LVK, Ann Gaynor is here, Lindsay Tribbett, Lugnut Lori, Mr. Super Sidewinder, of course. Oh my gosh, I have to cough. I'm so sorry. We have Zox, El Hermite. Parody Bear was here. Let's see. I am scrolling, guys. Same names. Rodney Letman was here. Jency was here. Ken Raz, Sadly Karen. Scrolling, guys. Go Kart Bob, Ken Raz. Lots of Jency. Oh my goodness. There we go. I'm still scrolling. Still Jency. Jeff Zanzibar was in the chat. Let's see. I said Ann Gaynor, right?
I'm not sure.
And Jason was in the chat, but I don't think Jason's still here. And I know we had a few other people earlier, and I can't remember because I am very tired. I have not slept yet. So if I missed you, I am very sorry. Rich Hasanic was here for a little bit.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah, he only answered one question. Teresa Lynch was here earlier.
Jeff was here.
Yeah, Jeff was here. I got Jeff. But
Yeah.
I know I'm missing a few people because I can't see them. I can only go back so far. Well, if I missed you again, I am so sorry. And I will see you, if not later tonight, I will see you Saturday night. And we're in the right brand. Okay. And yeah, I hope you all have a safe holiday. And if you don't have a holiday today, I hope you have a wonderful night. And I'll definitely see you Saturday night. Have a great night, everyone. Can I say good night?
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good afternoon.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?